Yeah, I'm mad. Hey guys, I'm still gonna stream tomorrow, but I needed to, I think, vent because I'm very upset and like I don't really know what else to do. And so I thought, I needed to record. I was going to record Gap the series. I'll record it whenever I'm done streaming, or at least whenever I'm not like super pissed off. I'm just so upset about it, and I feel like I need to like vent. And I don't know if anyone else needs to vent, but I'm just so ridiculously like, I'm so over these cancellations, and it's just, I don't know what to do. I'm getting emotional, and it's because I'm like so frustrated and mad that, because it's not just Warrior Nun, it's like all of the other ones too. It's First Kill, Teenage Bounty Hunters, Paper Girls. I mean, Paper Girls wasn't Netflix, but like, I don't know, like, what do we do? Like, what do we do about these cancellations? Because like, I keep thinking, what all can I do? And there's, other than signing the petitions, which I should put in the description, so I'll do that in just a minute. But like, other than signing the petition, I've signed every single petition for every single show that's gotten canceled. I share it on social media, but like, other than that, like, what else are we supposed to do? You know, like, what, am I missing something? Like, what are we supposed to, as like a LGBTQ community, like, what are we supposed to do about these cancellations? Because I, if they had a valid reason as to why these are getting canceled, I feel like, well, I feel like I wouldn't be as upset if I got a valid cancellation. I would still be upset, but like, I would at least understand why why it got canceled. But it's the fact that we don't really have an answer, and we don't have an answer for all of the other ones either. And I mean, not a valid one, not like reasonable ones, because they said that First Kill got canceled because of the viewership or whatever, and that's bullshit. And they can't say that about Warrior Nun, because we all know too. So I'm just so, I'm so upset, and I don't know like I don't know what to do. So yeah, I'm here instead of like recording. And I know everyone's gonna be like, want me to record when I'm supposed to be recording right now, but I just don't want to record when I'm just super frustrated, because I don't want that to deter my opinion on whatever show that I'm trying to supposed to be like recording or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. The cancellation notice came out maybe an hour ago, if even. If you guys don't know, Warrior Nun got canceled. We're not getting a season 3, and I'm very upset. So, yeah. I know a lot of you guys are upset too. I just don't really know. I'm not, and I think a lot of you guys that know me or have been here for a while, you know that I'm not really an emotional person, and I'm quite emotional about this, because and it's, I'm just so angry, and I feel helpless, and I'm not really sure like what we're supposed to be doing. And I know that a lot of people say that they want to like cancel their subscription on Netflix, and which I completely understand. Like, I understand taking that type of tactic, but what else are we supposed to do? Like, we can't beg. We've already done the begging and pleading, and like, what else have we done? Like, other than like, as a community, I feel like we do the fanfics, and we do these fan videos, or the, you know, the fandom videos, or like whatever. We do all these things to carry on the show in some sort of way, or these like legacies or whatever. And it's I feel like it's these cancellations are just taking it to a whole nother level, and I don't know why they seem to be LGBTQ based shows for and I don't know if it's just because like I'm a lesbian, so I notice the WLW ships for some reason. Like those types of shows are the ones that are getting canceled, but I'll just say LGBTQ shows in general for some reason are getting canceled. But I don't know. I'm just so upset. So I don't know. Yep, cancel my Netflix account. I'm tempted to cancel Netflix. But I mean, other than like a bunch of people, I mean, other than all of us like canceling our Netflix subscriptions, is that going to be enough to get through to get in their heads or like whatever, you know? Like, I mean, it's something. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely something that we could be doing. I'm just trying to figure out maybe any and all possibilities of why. Like, what do we do? It's okay, we're here to listen. Well, I want to listen to you guys too. I'm so upset that I don't really know. I think a lot of my upsetness, a lot of, I don't think that's a word, but like a lot of my anger and a lot of this stuff is stemming from helplessness and like what we're supposed to do. Same, I never felt this broken about a show getting canceled. It's not just even this specifically the show. It's LGBTQ shows, and I feel like for some reason, like, and I know that some people are like, well, it's not because of the fact that it's an LGBTQ show of why it's getting canceled, but it kind of seems like it is though a little bit, you know, because we're getting other shows that are coming out and they're getting canceled too, but like to this extent to this extent is pretty ridiculous. And I think especially I've really noticed it. I think one of the first shows that got canceled that not we all, I can't speak for everyone else, but Teenage Bounty Hunters was the first show that I saw that had such potential, and it was so freaking good. And the fact that it got canceled, I was like, why the fuck did it get canceled? Because it was so good, and it had a strong LGBTQ presence in it. And then, you know, then it was like one show after another, these were getting canceled, and then it's like what is going on? And I know the main one is Netflix, but is the main one Netflix because they're like the biggest streaming service right now, or is it because they're the ones that are mainly canceling these LGBTQ shows? Because technically Paper Girls got canceled and it's not a Netflix show, it's an Amazon Prime show, and League of Their Own is Amazon Prime. That hasn't gotten canceled or anything as far as I'm aware of, but it's hanging in limbo. We hasn't been renewed or canceled. And so like, is it just like, am I thinking it's Netflix because that's like the biggest streaming service, or is it more of it a broader issue with streaming services in general? Unless you can spare a few $1,000,000, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, and I know I know. And that's like, what do we do as a community? Because majority of us don't have millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars. Shit, I'm not even close to millions of dollars. I'm almost in the negative, I feel like. But like, I don't know, like, what are we supposed to do if we don't have money, if we don't have, you know, I mean, we're such a huge community that we've got to be able to do something, right? Other than like social media and stuff like that. I don't really know, other than having a presence on social media. Because I feel like that's like the biggest thing for us right now is social media, is we could do something on there. But like, if we do the social media route, what else do we do other than sign the petitions and make a big outroar and like all this? Because it's not working. It has not worked. There's only very, very few shows that has actually worked with. And like, like, how many shows is that where I can think of one at the top of my head, which is Winona Earp. And that show got canceled twice, and the community brought them back both times. Like, well, technically, I guess they fully got canceled 3 times, but like, we brought Winona Earp back. We brought it back to life twice, but other than that, I don't know of really any other show. Like, again, there's maybe like 1 or 2 shows that got canceled that I can think about other than that one. I know there's another one that I'm thinking of too, but I can't remember it up the top of my head. But like, what are we supposed to do? Netflix is such a coward, we had to hear it from Simon. Well, that's the thing too, is majority of the time, Netflix doesn't say why they canceled it. It's the creators. If you notice, the creators are coming out and saying, the show has been canceled. This is the reason that we've been given for the cancellation. But I feel like even the creators, like, they're like, this is bullshit. I feel so bad for the creators, because it's like, it's bullshit. They know it's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. Literally, they're fooling no one. And like, but they don't give us reasons, and it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like the only way that LGBTQ community for like shows that we're gonna get is shows that aren't fully based. They're gonna be LGBTQ side characters. They're not gonna be main characters, and I feel like, but that's a shame, and I am very upset about it. Because there's a lot of shows I feel like, and they're like, well, we haven't canceled like all of these shows, and their excuse is going to be because they have a side character that has like 2 lines in the whole freaking show that is a part of the LGBTQ community. But that's a terrible fucking excuse. I know, and I think I'm still going to stream tomorrow. I'm still going to stream my normal time tomorrow or whatever. I heard about the cancellation like an hour ago, and I've just been really upset, and instead of recording, I just wanted to come and like talk it out, vent it out. I try to talk to Anna about it a little bit, but she doesn't I love her, but she doesn't get it, because she doesn't like to watch TV. That's not her thing. It's not, like she doesn't like LGBTQ shows anyway, but she doesn't like shows in general. So like, I was talking to her, she was trying to be there, but then at the same time it was like, that's why I'm like, you know what, I need to stream, because like, I need to talk to other people who are like going through the same shit as me right now. I hope another network sees how amazing Warrior Nun is and picks it up. But how many times has that actually happened, though? How many times has that worked? There's so many great shows that I can sit here and list off that they never did get picked back up. First Kill, They never got picked up by any other network. Although I don't think Netflix had released the rights for First Kill to get picked up. And I don't know if they're going to do that for Warrior Nun. So, you know. My thing is I think if a streaming service, not just Netflix in general, but if a streaming service cancels a show, that automatically releases the rights to for the creators to be able to be picked up from another network so that they can carry on whatever. The Wilds was another show that got canceled. That's also Amazon Prime. But I can't believe this is the oh, hold on. There's so many people in chat because I just can't even read it right now. Hold on. I'm like trying to go through here. Sorry if normally I read every single comment in chat, but I'm just so upset today. Can't believe this is the first time I'm catching a live stream. Guys, I'm so upset. Please, everyone, be sad, but take care. I know. The buzz it had, I thought for sure it was going to be renewed. See, I thought so too. Because the watched hours were really good. All the numbers were really good. The fucking Rotten Tomatoes had like 100% for the critic review and then 99% for like for the general audience or whatever. Like, so those numbers were good. None of the numbers were bad at all. Or even like close to being bad. They were all like amazing. And then they didn't need funds for the promotional, like for the for marketing and the promotion for season 2. They got no money for it. It didn't really happen. And then it like did as well as it did. And the only thing that I can maybe think of is because Wednesday came out and Wednesday killed all the other shows. But that shouldn't affect the fact of why Warrior Nun got canceled. I don't know. But that's the only thing that I can really think of. I feel like we just need to keep adding. I don't know how to say that. Adding in a verb. But anyway, so yeah, that we need to keep adding other streaming services. I mean, we can keep doing what we're doing, but I feel like it's not working. So I'm just trying to, I don't know what else we can do. Wait, is it canceled for real? Yes, it's canceled. I promise this is not like I'm not like the title or whatever isn't like a, what do they call it? I don't even know what it's called. A clickbait. It's not clickbait. I know all of you guys are talking about canceling your subscriptions, but I mean, it's something, but like, I don't know if that's really gonna work. Maybe it'll scare them a little bit, but like, honestly, there's such a massive streaming service that I don't know. They're so big. Like, is it gonna be enough? You know what I mean? Is anything we do gonna be enough? And that's really good, upsetting. I would cancel Netflix, but sadly it's my mom's account. See, I don't. So technically, our Netflix account, because we have all the streaming services, and all of them are underneath me, except for Netflix, is my mother-in-law's. So technically, I can't cancel my Netflix anyway. That, and as a creator, I can't really justify canceling Netflix because all of my shows come from Netflix for the most part. What is a surprise stream? I know, it is a surprise stream because I'm just really frustrated. I canceled Netflix alone. Warrior Nun fan. Have done the same in the last hour. Yeah, I know. Yeah. When I saw it, I was on Twitter for like a solid hour just scrolling through everything. hold on. The chat is like freezing up because all of you guys are like talking in here. And I'm sorry. Like I said, normally I read like every single comment. But for one, there's 85 people in here. I've never had that many people in here. And also I'm just very upset. So I can't get a second to even really talk about or read each and every single comment. First Kill was the other show? No, I know, but I'm thinking of there's a lot of shows, and I can at least tell you the ones that I've recorded that got canceled that are on like that were LGBTQ because because I have them like grayed out as like, because I'm such an analytical person that I have all the shows that I've done and then that away for like the next year. Then if it gets I track whether it's been renewed or canceled, so then I'm like, okay, when can I expect to do this next season? And like, so like I swear half of my shit's grayed out because we don't have another because it like either ended or it got canceled. So oh, now my mouse doesn't want to work because there's every time like I try to scroll down all the way down to the chat and it's like freezing up because everyone's in here. Paper Girls was another Amazon Prime show. Yeah, I know. Paper Girls, League of Their Own is in limbo. The Wilds got canceled by Amazon Prime. So it's not just Netflix, but that's what I'm saying. Like, are we just paying attention to Netflix right now? Because, I mean, of course, we just got the notification or whatever that Warrior Nun has been canceled. So, like, are we just mad at Netflix or are we mad at all of them? Are we, like, you know, I mean, I can tell you why I'm mad. So, like, I'm mad because it seems like all of our LGBTQ shows are getting, like, the main LGBT driven shows are getting canceled. And so I'm not specifically pissed off at Netflix. I'm just pissed off because all of our shows keep getting canceled and I'm not really sure what to do and I feel helpless. Because other than doing, like I said, other than signing the petition, oh, I need to put that in the description somewhere. Other than signing petitions and sharing stuff on social media, like I don't know what else to do. Oh, I'm trying to like open. Are you gonna open for me? Stream settings? I wonder if I can. I know on my Twitter I've shared the petition thingy. I'll put it in the. I want to put it in the description. Oh, here we go. Okay, but wait, now I gotta find the petition. But yeah, I mean, so I'm angry in general because our shows are getting canceled. So I'm not necessarily specifically pissed off at Netflix. I'm just pissed off because I don't know what to do. I think do I sign in through Google normally? Or do I'm like trying to. No, I don't want to log out. Just take me to my... Sometimes, I swear, I'm a very technical person, but sometimes I feel like I'm just... Here we go. Sometimes I feel like I'm really dumb with technology sometimes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to throw it in the description. I'm going to put it up top. Sign the petition to Warrior Nun. I'm just gonna put it in all caps. Oh, that's a big link. Hold on. There's gotta be a shorter link. That link's freaking huge. I've already signed it, so I'm just trying to. I know that there's a smaller link. I don't want to start a petition of my own. I want to sign. Take the next step. I know since when I signed it, there's already been 2,000 additional people that have signed it. I'll share instead. Copy link. Okay. I got it. Okay. Is it going to be the same? Watch it be the same link. The same, like, massive freaking link. Oh, okay. Nope. It's not. Okay. Alrighty. It is now in the description if you guys want to sign the petition to save Warrior Nun. I wonder if I can just throw it in the comments, too. There we go. I also threw it in the comments. But yeah, so what do we do? Because I don't know what to do. I'm hoping it's a prank just to see us lose our minds. It's not. Because I don't think that the creator of the show would have posted it if he, because Netflix isn't even the one who did it. I can understand if they if they wanted to do a joke and Netflix was the one who did it, but it was the creators who did it, and so I feel like the creators did it just so that we could have a peace of mind. To be fair, Netflix has saved shows that have been canceled like Lucifer and Manifest, but both of those shows aren't majority of not majority, but they don't have a big LGBTQ presence. I don't know about Manifest because I haven't watched it, but Lucifer at least has a side character who is a part of the LGBTQ community. But if you watch Lucifer, you're not going to watch it for the LGBTQ aspect of it. That's not why I watched it. Anyway. You know. So I know that Netflix has saved shows. They've even picked up shows like Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai was originally a YouTube show. It was originally YouTube, and then Netflix picked it up. So I know that Netflix picks up shows, but they're not, like, LGBTQ community based. Netflix was actually in the black for the first in years last year, but they got into, what are you trying to say? Netflix cancels at the drop of a dime. I don't know what you were trying to say just then, but I don't know why. See, even Zion's pissed off right now. Oh, and even my light's getting pissed off because it doesn't want to work. But yeah, I don't know what to do. Lucifer is bisexual or pansexual, and then Maze is also a big presence. Yeah, but, like, I know, so their sexuality was put on a back burner. The whole aspect of the show was not, like, based around their sexuality, which in argument could be said about just about any of these shows. Warrior, but I can tell you why those shows were huge. Warrior Nun was huge because of the LGBTQ presence. It wasn't huge because of the presence of, like, ninja, warrior, nuns, or whatever. Like, that's not what made it big. What made it big was the LGBTQ community. And then First Kill, what made First Kill huge was the LGBTQ community. People didn't initially and I can't say, I always say, I speak in a very broad way, and I try not to, because I don't want to speak for other people at all, but I can tell you why those shows are big, and you can disagree with me all you want to, but honestly, First Kill was also big because of the LGBTQ community. They even did the marketing based towards the LGBTQ community when they shouldn't have. That was its downfall. What else? Like, I mean, just about all of these shows I can sit here and argue that the main aspect of the show, or at least the promotional side, or the things that made these shows so massive, was because of the LGBTQ community. Nunjas. The Ninja Warrior Nuns. Yeah, but it's like, sorry, and I know my light is, I don't know why it's, because normally I don't have an issue with this light. Well, I don't know why it's fucking up right now. See, I'm telling you, even this is pissed off. It's so mad. It's like, what the fuck, man? There. Well, I say there, but it's gonna flicker for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully it's done doing its freaky thing, but Supergirl was as big because of the LGBTQ community. Yeah, and we didn't get what we wanted from that either. Again, I speak in a broad term. But, like, I just know, I think anytime I say we, I just mean anyone who feels the same with me, I guess, is what I tend to do. But, like, I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. Poncho, what do we do? Sleep. Okay, got it. That's what we do. That's what Poncho says. Netflix had good numbers and really great critics. That's the thing. Like, if we could freaking figure out, like, why they're canceling it, then, like, I feel like the community wouldn't be as pissed. I mean, are you guys mad at Netflix, or are you, I want to know, I don't know, I think I have to know, like, how you guys feel about it, because I know that a lot of people are mad, I know, because like I said, when I was on Twitter, that's all I was seeing was angry people and everything, but I just wanted to know if we're mad at Netflix, or if we're mad because the shows are getting canceled in general, or, like, you know, what we're doing. None of us fans know what to do. Right now we are in mourning at the moment. I know. And I'm not saying we don't be mad at Netflix. I'm just saying we should be mad at Netflix, and we should be mad at Amazon Prime. At least those two are the biggest ones that have canceled, like, primary LGBTQ shows or whatever, you know. So I'm saying at least those two we should be pissed off about. Freeform we can also be pissed off about, but Freeform, I mean, Freeform is its whole other thing, okay? But I so want to be mad at Freeform too. I am mad at Freeform. I feel like I'm always mad at Freeform. But, like, the thing is like, because even Anna, I know you guys are talking about, like, budgets and stuff, like high budgets maybe, and not that you guys are trying to say for like Warrior Nun specifically, but I just know because Anna's like, well, maybe they just had too much of a high budget or something, like I don't know. And poor Anna, like she's trying to help, but like, and I was like, well, no, because that was a part of the whole, like, why people were mad at First Kill, because they had like not really a big budget, but like that's not the reason why they were canceled. Like, it's not like, I want to know why. What's with Freeform? What did I miss? I mean, like, because Freeform is just not the greatest of, I would say streaming services, but I don't know what you call it. Networks is just not the greatest of networks. But Freeform has canceled a lot of stuff too. Motherland, Fort Salem for specifically, but yeah, Freeform is, it's like, we're mad at Freeform for a bunch of other stuff, but like, I don't know. We want to know why? I know, I want to know why. I don't understand. And I don't know. I don't know why they don't tell us. Like, I would think, like, if you're a streaming service and you're gonna cancel a show that you worked so hard at promoting, or maybe not promoting, but you've spent so much money on it, and you've built this fan base, and you've done all this stuff for it, the least you could do is give your fan base a reason as to why you're canceling these shows. I never saw Warrior Nun promote a Warrior God. No. Well, I know, so Warrior Nun, they had $0 budget for promotion for Warrior Nun for season 2. And it still fucking killed it. Still killed it. Like, the numbers were amazing. After Alba Baptista deactivated her Instagram account, Netflix canceled Warrior Nun. Yeah, she canceled it, what, like a couple days ago or something? I don't even know why. I think a bunch of people were talking about, like, I think she was getting bullied or something on there or something. I don't remember. I have an Instagram, but I'm, like, not really, I don't, I just got an Instagram, like, a month ago or something, so I'm not really on it that much, but, like, I don't know. I know a lot of you guys are just mad at Netflix. But, like, they can't, but what do you expect if you're not going to promote a show and then it flops? But the thing is it didn't even flop. Warrior Nun didn't flop. It had $0 promoting. And it was, like, on Netflix's, it was #1 for Netflix when it first came out for, like, the first 2 weeks. And then it remained in top 10 up until basically Wednesday came out. When the first week of Wednesday, it was still on top 10. It was just, like, number 10 at that point. But that's what I was saying is, like, maybe that could be a reason. But at the same time, Wednesday just killed all the shows. Because, I mean, it's Wednesday, but hold on, I screenshotted the numbers from the first week. Oh, it was number 9. It was number 9. So, the first week that Wednesday came out. But, like, even then, I would have said, because I did say, because I know a lot of people were worried that the watchtowers weren't as good, but then compared to everything else, it was like, it was still really good. I think it was a good thing, even though Wednesday was out and we were still at number 9 for watchtowers. Were the large viewing numbers based on subscriber views or account views? Because there's a difference. Oh, I definitely know that there's a difference, but I'm not sure what they're really counting on. I know a lot of streaming services go based off of subscriber viewership and not like actual viewership. So like, and that's why whenever a lot of the community was rewatching Warrior Nun, I don't think that was really doing anything, because when you rewatch a show, I think it's going to count towards whatever numbers that it normally counts to. I don't know if the watched hours are technically from just subscriber watched hours, or if they're from like watched hours like in general for the viewing. Now, if it's in the general, then great, awesome. We could rewatch, it so many times over. But if it's based off of subscriber viewership or whatever, then it's not gonna. It's like I could rewatch something 100 times, but if it's only gonna show up as one subscriber, then it's only gonna show up as me watching it one time on their numbers. So maybe it's less to do with views and more so Netflix making room for newer shows, which is still bullshit, but maybe. That's what some other people were saying as well, is maybe it was because of, because Netflix is creating, they're pumping out like new shows like nobody's business. And so is it because they have so many other ideas that are already in the making for all of these other shows, so they don't have time, or they don't have the resources, like money or like the budget? Well, I guess that could almost be the same thing. Or I don't freaking know. But is it because they're pumping out so many new shows that they can't keep up with whatever shows that they already had out? And then they're like, well, we have to kick something off the table. We might as well kick Warrior Nun off, even though it was like, one of our best viewed shows. Like I just don't understand what their reasoning is. And that's another thing, like some of their Netflix has a lot of shitty shows, okay? Like Netflix has, and it goes with any sort of streaming service. They've got shitty shows that for some reason they keep renewing, and I'm not sure why they keep renewing it, because surely their viewership on some of that stuff is not up to par. I mean, because that just doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Like, and I always kind of think, like, I try not to think it in this way, but sometimes I think if I'm not watching it, then the show is not good enough to get renewed. Because I think selfishly like that, right? And I don't know if any of you guys think the same way. Like, if I'm not watching a show, I don't understand why it gets, like, renewed or whatever. Which I know, it's dumb, because other people have different, like, people are different, have different opinions, like different things, like, so someone who likes different stuff than me is gonna rewatch some of these other shows, but sometimes, like, especially, I think being a reactor and a creator or whatever, and I talk to you guys and stuff, and I get your opinions on things, and although I don't know how well that works, because you guys also like the same stuff that I watch, so if you're talking to me, but, like, that's why I try to get more so of a thought process on, like, how everyone else feels about different shows. And if a lot of people say that they don't like a show as well, then I'm like, well, if like we're all sitting here and saying we don't like it, why is it getting renewed? I know that we're just a small little piece of the community, but I feel like we can speak for at least some of the community, even though we're a little chunk of it. And so if we say, okay, I'm gonna give an example, but this is actually how I feel. Gossip Girl season 2. Why do we have a Gossip Girl season 2? For the reboot, the original was great. I love the original Gossip Girl, but the reboot is shit. Sorry, my opinion. I'm not trying to, whatever. But so in my opinion, I think I retried to watch Gossip Girl so many times, the reboot, and I can't bring myself to watch it. And I know that I've spoken to a lot of people on the show Gossip Girl, because I was trying to figure out, is it the original fan base is why it like was getting renewed, or like why is it getting renewed? And I still can't figure out why it was getting renewed. So I think there's something that we're missing, and I'm not really sure what is going on in some of these. And I know that Gossip Girl is HBO Max, and we're not even talking about HBO Max, but I was just trying to use that as an example. But there's shows like that are on Netflix that are getting renewed, and I'm not sure why they're getting renewed. I'm not sure why they're better than Warrior Nun. Why they're getting a renewal spot and Warrior Nun isn't. Sorry, I don't know if that whole thing made sense to anybody. My whole tangent. But it's about subscriptions with Netflix. If a show doesn't bring in enough new subscribers with later seasons, it's canceled. But that doesn't really, I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Because it makes sense because then that means I have a string and it's like driving me bonkers. So that's why they're pumping out so many new shows, so that they can get so many new subscribers or whatever. But you have a fan base. Your fan base is going to be stronger. I mean, look at Stranger Things. Fan base. You know, like, that's nothing but fan base. And like, I mean, it's the same, like, when you renew a show, you're not, like, you got to keep you have to keep your fan base. And it's like, I'll even compare it to my own numbers. So, like, if I do a new show and it brings in new subscribers, it's great. But if I'm going to redo a show, then I'm going to have, like, you guys, my fan base or whatever, come back and watch it, because you watched the first season that I did, and then so you're going to come back and watch the second season of, like, whatever show that I'm reacting to. Like, for example, Warrior Nun, because I did Warrior Nun season 1, like, way back when, 2020 or 2021 or whatever. And then you guys came back and watched the second one. But then, like, so you got to keep your fan base, and, like, those will do so. Anytime that, like, I'll tell you, a new show for me doesn't do as well usually as another show that I've already done, because there's a fan base, and that's what I don't understand. The fan base, like, we are the fan base. We are the fan base for these shows that have multiple seasons, and, like, it's so important. The fan base is so important, and I know for them, because they're a company, they're a corporation, so they think numbers, and the numbers that they want is new numbers, not the same numbers. But then you have your fan base that is now super pissed off that everyone's gonna fucking cancel their subscriptions. You know? Can we have the link again? Yeah, I think I still have it. There you go. Lesbophobic are no other possible answers. But, like, what? Why? Why are they not renewing it? And surely, because they're like a corporation or whatever, they can't come out and say, well, we're canceling it because it's an LGBT show or LGBTQ show, whatever. Like, that's why we're canceling. They're not going to say that, okay? They're not going to piss us off even more. That's not what they're going to say. Even if it might be true, they're not going to say that. I can see them saying, like, I think, I found something with First Kill where Netflix, like, kind of said that they canceled it because the viewership isn't what they wanted. And that was such a broad term for them to state that, because I feel like and I can't speak for Netflix, but what I feel like, how I interpreted it, was that Netflix said that they didn't get the broad viewership of all categories that they wanted. They were getting viewership from only the LGBTQ community, and that was it. And they didn't want that. They wanted the other categories of the other people who were watching it. They want the straight men group. They wanted the straight female group. They wanted like all the millions of other categories that are out there. I'm just stating for like sexuality purposes, but like shit, there's other categories other than like sexuality shit. You know, like they want all these other categories, and they didn't get it because when they were promoting, they only promoted for the LGBTQ community for when, you know, speaking as an example for First Kill, they only promoted it for LGBT community, and they didn't promote it for all the other categories. And so they were mad when all the other categories, all these other people, these groups were not watching the show, which they can only have themselves to blame, but they're not going to blame themselves because they're a corporation. But so they canceled it, and then they were like, well, our viewership isn't what we wanted. Which is true. They just said it so broad that they just didn't basically come out and say, well, it was the only viewership that we were getting was the LGBT community. We weren't getting any other viewership. And that could not be what it was, but that's what happens when you don't give a reason as to why you're canceling these shows. People are going to speculate, and I speculate for sure. And then I'll just sit here and talk to you guys about what I think, and then you guys say what you think, and it's like, you know, and then it can turn into this massive thing because you pissed off the fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all comes back to the freaking fan base. I feel like Netflix is so smart sometimes, but other times they're just so fucking dumb. What's going on, buddy? You hear someone? Huh? What are you doing? Are you mad too? We're all mad over here. You itchy? I know they won't say they're homophobic about it, but honestly, think about it. So many LGBTQ shows have been canceled. To be honest, most of them, nearly all of them, have been canceled apart from newer shows. I can't, other than like what, Heartstopper, we automatically got 2 whole other seasons, which I love Heartstopper, don't get me wrong. How is Heartstopper better than Warrior Nun? Like, and they're 2 completely different shows. So I get it. They're 2 completely different shows. But how? How do we get 2 whole other seasons of Heartstopper, but we get canceled on Warrior Nun? Like, that's and ever since we got the renewal for 2, we got a renewal for season 2 and season 3 for Heartstopper, and I can't figure out why we got a renewal for Heartstopper, but yet we did not get a renewal for all these other LGBTQ based shows. And I feel like maybe they were like, oh, we're gonna throw them this one bone. We're gonna give them 2 whole renewal seasons of Heartstopper. That'll shut them up for a bit. Like, is that really how they think, or is that how I think that they think? Like, I know, I'm just like, I'm going. This is what happens when you piss me off. I'm just like, I'm an overthinker, so then I like, literally, I'm like all over the place. Heartstopper has 2 gay guys? Yeah, okay, and then that's it too. Is it because of are you mad at the lesbian community then? Or is it like, yeah, like what is it? But is that why? Is that why? That we got 2 full other seasons of Heartstoppers because they're gay guys and not lesbians. Because they can't sit there and say that, oh, like, Heartstopper had the views that we were looking for, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's bullshit. I don't know. I'm not looking at the numbers. I can't tell you which one was better, but, like, in my opinion, like, some of these other shows that were canceled, I feel like they were a little bit better than Heartstopper. Again, I love Heartstopper, don't get me wrong. And it's a great show, but I'm trying to figure out what's different about Heartstopper, other than the fact that it's, like, I mean, they're completely different. But, like, I don't know. We got other similar shows that are like Heartstopper that did get canceled. So I don't understand. I don't understand. So they could throw a bone to say that we aren't homophobic. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that the only reason why they gave us 2 whole seasons of Heartstopper, just to get us to shut up? And for them to say, oh, we're not homophobic, so here you go, we're going to renew Heartstopper for two seasons? Or is there some whole other thing, a whole other aspect to it that we're not thinking of? Like, who's in charge of these shows that are getting, like, who, is it the board? Is it the Netflix board, like, that says whether something gets renewed or canceled? And if that's the case, why? Like, what... If it's the board, then why? What is their ultimate decision? Like, is there one specific person that's like, like, I don't like it, so let's not renew it? Or is there so many people? Like, is there a big... I don't know how to do this without... I think I got it. Sorry, that was driving me nuts. Heartstopper also trended for a very long time and had consistent viewership, but its budget is not as high. And I can see that, because if you really think Heartstopper doesn't really have CGI, there's nothing for them to really use CGI for. Heartstopper is high school drama, whatever. They don't really have, like, they don't have monsters. It's not supernatural. It's not fiction. It's, like, not, you know. So there's nothing really for them to use big budget things for. So I get it. But also, you would think that if that was such a big thing, that they would talk to the creators and say, hey, this is what we're doing. We can't really have a big... We want to renew you based off of the numbers and the viewership that you're bringing in, but we can't have your budget for the CGI or whatever. Like, I feel like... And maybe they do have those conversations. I highly doubt that, though, because a lot of these creators, when they come out and say, like, you know, oh, we got canceled or whatever, I feel like we would know. I feel like more people would know, like, if there was a reason, like, why, you know? Heartstopper just won a bunch of Emmys. Why? Again, I love the show. I'm just pissed, so everything that comes out of my mouth just sounds like I have an attitude right now. But I really don't. I love Heartstopper. You really think the budget is that high for Warrior Nun? Well, I know that this past season they didn't have as big of a budget as they did for the first season because, well, I don't know because of, but like you can watch it and you can tell that they're not using as much CGI. And then I even think that the creators came out and said that they didn't have that much of a budget for season 2 compared, so they don't, like, there wasn't as many magical things or whatever, like, aspects to it or whatever, so they tried to make it, like, bare minimum, for the show, but Netflix loves to cancel good shows. Wednesday is shaking. If they cancel Wednesday, I don't know why, they would be dumb AF. to cancel Wednesday. I don't think that they're going to cancel Wednesday, but honestly, I didn't think they were going to cancel Warrior Nun either. Although I did have a slight, because I'm a pessimist, so I had a slight idea or like a little inkling that they were going to cancel Warrior Nun, but that's just because like it's an LGBTQ show, and that's why I kind of felt that way. But Wednesday technically isn't like an LGBTQ show, so I love Heartstopper, but Warrior Nun was better. I mean, like I said, I love Heartstopper, but I think some of these other shows were better, and I'm not really sure, like, you know, whatever. Why even have the show types if you aren't renewing? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Simon tweeted about the low budget and $0 promo. Yeah. Yeah, they had no promotional anything for Warrior Nun Season 2. And they still killed it. Wednesday isn't even that good and got renewed. It's not bad, but it has no heart. When did it get renewed? Did it get renewed, like, recently? Oh, yeah, a lot of people are bad. So this is what Simon said, which is the creator of Warrior Nun. I've just found out that Netflix will not be renewing Warrior Nun. My sincere appreciation to all the fans who worked so hard to bring awareness to this series and for the love you showed me. The cast and the whole production team, it was a privilege to be a part of this. So that's what Simon said. That's what Simon said. That's funny. Yeah. I can't go down that rabbit hole. I can't keep scrolling because that's what got me into this mess in the first place. Simon said it's a prank. No, he did not. Hold on, where did he say that? Let me look. Now you got me questioning shit. No, he didn't. That was the last thing that he said, was the cancellation. Don't try to... Sam, don't be trying to mess with us now. Wednesday is a bit boring. I love Wednesday. Wednesday was directed by Tim Burton, right? Yes. So it's a Tim Burton show. He technically directed the first episode, I think, and maybe the last episode. I know he directed the first one for sure, like fully. And then there was other directors for other episodes, but he was like, he's over it. He's like the head director or whatever because he has the rights for Addams Family. Say psych right now. And I hope he comes back and says it's a prank, but no. I doubt he will. I don't think that because Simon has been pretty communicative to the community, and so I don't think that he would say that and then come back and say it's a prank. I don't think he would do that. Yeah, I don't know what to do either because I wanted to get picked up by someone else, but Warrior Nun is a Netflix original property, so it's hard. ODAAT got picked up, but it was a mistake. I don't know what that is. Wednesday better stay away from any lesbian things or it'll be gone next. I know, like that's why I was like, let's not make that a big thing for the LGBT community and then, you know. I don't think it's a prank. Simon hasn't said anything after the fact. The last thing that he said was the cancellation. I just looked. Oh, my bad, read a tweet wrong. Wednesday didn't get renewed yet, but I don't doubt it will. I can't imagine what the budget for the show is, though. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. The whole budget thing, I think I get it, but I also think it's kind of bullshit. Because I'm such an analytical person that I think, like, okay, it totally makes sense. But, like, at the same time, you're going to cancel 20 shows just for one show to have, like, a full-blown, like, amazing budget. And same with Stranger Things. Stranger Things is going to have, like, a huge-ass budget. You know that. One day at a time. Oh, okay. That's what that was. I didn't ever watch it, but I heard it was very good. Yet another LGBTQ show that got canceled. Assuming it's to do with a bigger budget, why wouldn't you promote it then? Seems like they already made their decision prior to the release. I think they do sometimes. I don't know if it was for Warrior Nun specifically, if they already made the decision to not renew it or whatever before it came out, but I don't know. For me, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense to cancel a show based off of budget reasons, because I feel like if it was because of budget, you go to the as the streaming service, you go to the creators, say, we want to renew it, the numbers are good, but we can't do, like, your budget is too high for us, this is what we can do. You have a little negotiation, whatever, and then bada bing, bada boom, everyone's happy, you get another season, whatever. Like, that's how I feel like it should work. And I don't know if it does work like that, or if it doesn't, I don't know, but... So that's why I feel like if they're going to cancel it based off of budget reasons, it's kind of bullshit. That's what I was saying, like... The Wild Season 2 got canceled because of the views, because Amazon promoted that a lot. The thing with... So, The Wilds is a smidge different in my mind, because I feel like the reason why that one did not get picked up because Season 2 was not nearly as good as Season 1. It wasn't. At least not in my opinion, because... No. I'm sorry. And Season 2 just wasn't as great as Season 1. I think that they just, for The Wild specifically, they brought in basically this whole brand new cast for Season 2, and then barely had the original cast in there for like 30% of the show. And then I don't know what the creators were thinking for Season 2 for The Wilds, and I think that's what... I don't think it was necessarily the streaming service's fault for that show specifically, but... The Wilds was good. It's just that I think the creators fucked up The Wilds. I don't think the streaming service fucked that one up. Hey, Steve. The boys ruined The Wilds. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because what they should have done, because I thought that adding the boys in was going to be great, but what they should have done is that they should have had, it should have been flopped. So basically what it was is Season 2 was 70%, at least, 70% boys, and then 30% the original cast, which was the girls from Season 1, and that's the way that they were doing Season 2, which in actuality, they should not have done that. They should have focused on the females still. They should have done like 70% females and then 30% boys. And then that way, whenever you like transition into a third season, then you can kind of half it. But they fucked up. The creators fucked up with that one. How can we save Warrior Nun? I'll throw the link in here again for the petition, but... Other than the petition, that's what I was saying. I don't know. That's what, like, I want to know how to save these shows from getting canceled, or, like, what to do. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. They killed the Wilds before they even shot it because they announced the boys cast. Yeah, but honestly, I don't know hardly anyone that enjoyed season 2 as much as season 1 for the Wilds. Even if you take everything with the Wilds, if you put out of your mind all of the critics, all of what everyone else is saying, and have your own opinion, your own thought process on what you thought was the show, not what anybody else thought, what you thought. Do you, as an individual, think that season 2 was as good as season 1? If it is, I want to know why. If you think it's better, I definitely want to know why. But if you don't think so, then I think you're with the majority here. And I don't mean to speak to whoever just said that comment. I'm speaking as in, like, again, broad, whatever. Like, when I say you, I'm asking, like, everybody, because that's when I watch a show, I have to put it out of my mind, everyone else's opinions or whatever. What do I think about the show? Do I think it's shit? If I think it's shit, why do I think it's shit? And then I'll come and then I, like, want to talk about it. And that's even before I was a reactor. Like, I would watch a show if I thought it was amazing and I'm like, shit, this show is so fucking amazing. I got to talk to other people about it. And I want to know other people's opinions. I want to learn more about the show. I want to get with the fan base and, like, all this. And that was, like I said, before I was even a reactor. And then I became a reactor, and that just, like, I want to do that all the time. And that's another reason why I'm here, is because I want to talk about the cancellation, and I want to talk with you guys about it, because I'm so upset, and, like, I don't know what to do. And, like, how do we fix these problems, you know? And other than having, like I said, the fanfics and the fandom videos and, like, all of these other things, how do we get other people to listen? Is it just through social media? Is it just through these petitions? Is it just through, like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, other than what we're currently doing, because that's not enough. It's not enough, unfortunately. And I don't know, like, that's the sad truth of it all, is what we're doing is not enough. You're cute. Thank you. But what the fuck is wrong with Netflix? I don't know. Signed. Thank you for signing the petition. It's also in the description, too. I'll throw it in here a couple of times throughout the chat. But it's in the description if you guys want to sign the petition. Season 2 is definitely better. Are you talking about for the Wilds, or are you talking about for Warrior Nun? But yeah, I mean, that's, like, why... And especially if people's opinions are different than mine, especially, I want to know why, because I want to know, can you change my mind? And, like, is your opinion so valid and strong, and, like, does it make me want to change my opinion? I've so many times, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe that I'm changing my opinion on this right now. But, like, and I love it. But I also love to talk to people who have the same opinion as me. But it's like, that's why I think that's why I became a reactor, because I love watching shows that mean so much to me, like the art. It's art, you know? Like, I don't mean to sound cheesy, but it's art. Shows and movies and books and, like, these aspects of things, they're art, and, like, we get to see these stories portrayed in a visual way, and, like, in a stimulating way, and it's so amazing. And then we get to talk about it. We get to talk about this shit, and it's great. And, like, I don't know. I just think it's amazing. But, and so that's why I'm so passionate about it, and so I get so upset when these shows get canceled. Especially the ones that I'm, like, that I feel the most passionate for, you know? Like Warrior Nun, like Motherland Fort Salem, like First Kill, like Teenage Bounty Hunters. I mean, Yeah. What do you think are the chances for season 3 of Sex Lives of College Girls? That one's different. I feel like that's because I even say so like when I'm reacting. The show is just completely different than anything that I really watch. And so I think that one's gonna get a season 3. I'm hoping so anyway, but I think it's gonna get a season 3. It's so freaking funny. It's not technically full on like LGBTQ either. We just have like one character. She is a main character, but she's a character that's like a part of the LGBTQ community without making the whole show turn into an LGBTQ show. And so we don't really have that. That's like pushing us like towards cancellation or whatever, you know. Warrior Nun season 2 was better. It has like a growth in every character. The Wild season 2 was bad. The boys weren't necessary. Well, like I could, again, if you want to throw boys in there, fine. I thought that because when we got it in the finale of season 1, where we got an introduction into like one male character, and then we were like, oh shit, we're gonna have like guys, you know, like, oh my god, that's awesome, whatever. And then, but the way that they did it was crap. Now that's the thought, Ava Trees for Klexicon. I could see that. I can see a bunch of people doing stuff for Ava Trees for Klexicon. I would say a more diverse demo, but I think Warrior Nun did. We did. I feel like we got quite a bit of diversity for Warrior Nun. What made Warrior Nun so big, I think, was the LGBTQ community, but that was what the downfall was ultimately, right? Is what we're assuming. But it was still diverse. I think all of the other characters were not part of the LGBTQ community. All that we had was Ava Trees. That's all we had. Well, okay, and Mary and Shannon. But they weren't even a thing because they weren't even a thing because one of the characters died in the very first episode of So that wasn't even really a thing. It was just talked about. So we only had really one character, or not one character, but like one ship. I'm done with TV shows, honestly. There's no point if it's just going to get canceled. Even Snooki from Jersey Shore loved Warrior Nun. I did see that on Twitter. I can't sit there and say that I'm going to stop watching shows in general, though, because, I mean, for one, like, it's a reactor. I can't do that. But, like, also, like, I can't do that. Like, I can't not watch shows, but it just makes me very upset. And it's like, like I said, it's art. These things are art, and we're this fan base of these art pieces, and they're getting destroyed, and we're very upset, and it's like, I don't know how to fix these problems without having a bunch of money or, you know, like, knowing a fuck ton of people. Like, you know, like, how do we fix it? How, you know, other than signing petitions and social media. You had me wondering why I was hearing cars next door at church. Just hit me, it's not Wednesday. My dumbass sitting here in church clothes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was very emotional. I needed to stream. But I'll still stream tomorrow. I'm still streaming my normal time. I just, like I said, I was going to record. I was supposed to be recording Gap the series right now is when I was supposed to be recording. But I was too upset about the current situation, so I didn't want to record and be very upset. I at least wanted to talk it out, and then hopefully I can record it whenever I get done streaming. If not, then I'll record it tomorrow, but I feel like I don't know. Wednesdays are kind of crazy for me, so I have to try and see if I can record at least one episode tonight, but see, I don't know. I'll still try to have it go out on the 15th, but everything is just pissing me off right now. All that for one kiss, like it wasn't in your face or anything. I know, that too. Warrior Nun was definitely art. Oh, it for sure was. I mean, like, every single show is a form of art, and we get to see how, like, whatever the creators' minds, like, their mind and their opinion, the way that these creators portrayed their stories, and we get to see it and live it and be entranced by it, and it's definitely art for sure. Every single show, every single movie, every single book, every single thing, I mean, really you could say is art, but like shows are art, and it's like, and they get brought to life by actors who hopefully, fingers crossed, are the right actors for the job. But there's so much that goes into these shows: the writers, the creators, the production team, the special effects, the choreographers, the acting, I mean, so much goes into like shows and movies and stuff, and it's like, I definitely appreciate all of that stuff that comes along with it, but it's like, because I appreciate it and because I'm such a huge fan and I'm so into all of these things, that it's like making me so passionate is making me so upset that it's not being carried on, you know? I'm gonna just get drunk and cry now. Shit, I wish I could do that. Can't do that right now. I don't know what it is with Netflix canceling only sapphic shows. I don't know. This show helped me get through the loss of a family member. I know, and then, like, that's another thing, is, like, we make these personal connections with these shows, and it's another thing, like, especially when we do make these personal connections, that these shows get canceled, and then it's, like, that's another heartbreaking thing on top of the already heartbreaking aspect of it. I think we go to Until the Next Life. Dude, don't even get me started. I just know, like, oh God, Twitter is gonna be explosive for the next, like, month at least. Mary lost Shannon. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, we only had one ship, really. I mean, we had Mary and Shannon, but they weren't there because Shannon wasn't alive. That was the whole... I mean, it's not really a spoiler because that's, like, the first episode. That's kind of, like, what the whole point of the show is. But, yeah. I'm losing interest on Stupid Wife because of Gap series. This series is way, way, way more better than any other sapphic shows I've ever seen. Wow. That says a lot. I'm going to watch it. I was supposed to be watching it right now, but I got the news of the cancellation, and I'm like, I can't focus. Ava was right in the next... Stop, guys! You're going to make me get upset. I mean, I'm already upset, but, you know, you're going to make me cry. I know, that's what I was thinking of, though, too. Like, Who's gonna get pitchforks and join me at Netflix headquarters? And Beatrice lost Ava, and we lost Warrior Nun FML. Oh no. Gap is meh, in my opinion. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't give my opinion yet. First Kill hit me hard, and with the comparison to Heartbreakers, which did get renewed, got me so mad. How is that Heartbreaker? Are you talking about Heartbreak High, or are you talking about Heartstopper? Either way, there's not either one of those shows. I don't know why it would be compared to, because they're not really anything like those shows. But I like I said, other than the LGBT aspect of it, but like the shows aren't really. First Kill is like supernatural and a little bit more violent than the other two shows. Netflix needs some weed. Gotta run, but I'll skip church tomorrow. I've gotta hear your opinion on who Leighton should pick. My niece dropped Alicia like a hot rock. Why was I trying to say heart? Like a hot rock after Tatum showed up. Okay. Yeah, come see me tomorrow. This can't be true. Where did you get this info? The creator of Warrior Nun said it. He posted it on Twitter that Netflix canceled it. Oh, Poncho. I can read you his thing again. I shall read it again. The creator of Warrior Nun, Simon Barry, he said, I just found out that Netflix will not be renewing Warrior Nun. My sincere appreciation to all the fans who worked so hard to bring awareness to this series and for the love you showed me, the cast, and the whole production team. It was a privilege to be a part of this. So Netflix didn't even say anything. The creators had to come out and say something. I promise it's not clickbait. Alba Baptista deleted her Instagram account. I know, and some people are like trying to compare the two, and I'm not sure if they do have anything to do with it. I thought from when she deleted it a couple days ago or something that she is because she was getting bullied about something. And then, but then we got the cancellation earlier. He said that at, it was like around about 2 hours ago, I think. Let me see. Oh, well shit, of course I went out of it. Hold on. Let me see when he said it. He said it 3 hours ago. Netflix set up Warrior Nun to fail. It's so infuriating. I know. But the thing is like, it was set up to fail, but it didn't fail. That's the thing. Alba deleting was about Chris Evans stans who leaked her nudes on her own Insta. Oh, shit. Is that why? I mean, I knew a bunch of people were, like, mad at her for dating Chris Evans or whatever, which is ridiculous, but whatever. I bet if Simon hadn't said anything about the cancellation, we would have never known. No, probably not. Probably not. Or they would take, like, a year to tell us or something crazy like that. I mean, I knew she was getting, like, it was like she was being bullied and it was like for Chris Evans or something, but that's ridiculous. I wonder what makes what makes like, what makes a streaming service want to pick up another show? You know? Like, because the streaming service has to, whatever the original streaming service was, has to release the rights. So there's the first thing that has to happen after a cancellation. For the other streaming services to be able to pick it up if they want it. But then what makes the streaming services want to pick it up? Is it the fan base? Like, that's such an outrage? Is it the viewership? Is it the money that it was bringing in that other streaming service? Is it, like, what is it? You know? That's what I want to know. Because I will fight tooth and nail for some of these shows. Like, that's why I will fight for... I'm fighting for Warrior Nun, so I will continue to fight for it. And I fought and I'm continuing to fight for Motherland Fort Salem. I wish Hulu would pick that one up, because it's already on Hulu, so it just kind of makes sense for Hulu to pick it up. But I don't... That's why I'm like, I wonder what makes other streaming services want to pick it up. But people keep bullying Alba about like dating a man who's so much older than her. Like, what about Evans, who is dating someone much younger? Like, is it because he's got more fans? Is that why? Like, that's making it seem like that? Like, anybody who knows me knows that the age thing just pisses me off. When people get bullied for dating someone that's older or younger or, like, whatever, makes me so angry. As long as it's legal and it's consensual, I don't give a shit. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? If they love each other, they love each other. Go be together. Netflix is too proud to release the rights either way. But, like, if you have the nerve to cancel it, you might as well automatically release the rights. Like, I don't understand why they would want to hold the rights. Like, I don't know, is it because, like, theoretically the show, shit, what was I going to say? I read another comment and then it took my mind away from it. Oh, is it because the show is still making the money even after they canceled it or whatever, and so that's why they don't want to release the rights? Or, like, what? Like, but I don't understand. Like, are they just being selfish in that way, or what, you know? I know Hulu was in talks to acquire the rights of Motherland Fort Salem. I know that they were in, like, talks about it, but I guess nothing happened. I don't know, because it's been how many months? Two months since the since the last episode. It's been like 2 or 3 months. I'll have to look. Hold on. I think the last episode came out in October. Let me see. It's been a hot minute. Oh, I skipped it. Was it 3 months? 3 months. It's been 3 months. They analyze views, popularity, etc. The series is based on a comic book, so Netflix is not the owner of the base story. They're not, but they still, because it's a Netflix original, they have rights to the show. So even though they don't have rights to the actual, like, comic book or anything like that, they have rights to the show. So, yeah. Someone start a sapphic-loving LGBTQ plus streaming service quick. I know, that's what I was thinking of earlier, because I was like, what do we do? Like, as soon as I saw the cancellation, I was like, do we just start our own streaming service? But, like, again, you would have to have like millions of dollars for that to even be successful. And even if you get it, like even if you manage to somehow build up this streaming service, you have to have like money in order to acquire these rights for the shows, and then you have to pay the creators and the like all this other shit. You gotta have some sort of budget and like all that. So it's like, again, it comes back to people who have like bukus of money, but like, you know. Fandoms are amazing, but they get out of control sometimes. Yeah, but apparently not out of control enough for the streaming services to like continue like renewing the show or whatever. I do understand how like some of the community gets out of hand for sure, but yeah. What show is Gap? It's a web series that's on YouTube. It's called Gap the Series. I was supposed to be recording it right now, but I was too upset to record anything, so. Getting a new show approved is a victory for all concerned. A renewal is a victory for the show, but not the network execs. When the show is not GOT in 2 years, getting it cut is victory for the next exec. I don't know what GOT is. What's GOT? I mean, there is, but it's still in progress. Oh, wait, I don't know what the hell we were talking about just then. I don't know. There's so many conversations. There's so many things that I have that are going on that I've said out loud that I don't know what you guys are replying to sometimes. Are you going to watch Gap this series after this live? I don't know how to... Hold on. Sorry, my hip is... I have bad hips. It's fun. Oh, no, that really hurt. I adjusted my hip wrong. Oh, that really hurt. Sorry, yeah, I meant, I'm gonna try to, yeah, I'm gonna try, sorry, was trying to, after I had a sharp pain in my hip, yeah, I was going to, record it after this stream, as long as I like Game of Thrones. Well, that's what I thought GOT was Game of Thrones, but then we weren't talking about Game of Thrones, so it threw me off. Hold on. Did Simon say something else? Oh, he did. Yep. I know. Everyone's fighting for it. I know, everyone's making... I know GOT Game of Thrones, but we weren't talking about Game of Thrones just then. So I just got confused, because I was like, well, maybe it means something else. Simon have hope, so we do fight, we just tweet. What he said? Oh, he just said... All he did was he screenshot, because it's trending on Twitter right now. Hashtag Save Warrior Nun. It's the 4th on trending, top trending. And so he shared this screenshot of it. I don't know if you can see this. Is it? Hold on. Cover my face, and then he shared a screenshot, and then said hashtag Save Warrior Nun. That's what he has said. Yeah, but everyone's upset. Oh, I can't look at Twitter because whole other thing. Warrior Nun is the most tweeted series. I would not be surprised if that's actually the case. I love Game of Thrones. What Kylie Jenner love, I love. I love Game of Thrones too, but yeah. Everyone is not happy at all. No, everyone's mad. Everyone's freaking mad. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know what to do. Here, I'll throw the link in the chat again. If you want to sign the petition, I just threw it in the link. I can just imagine Christina and Simon walking into the Netflix headquarters and only leaving with the WARRIOR NUN renewal. I wish, man. I wish it worked like that sometimes. I wish it really did. I don't know. I realize I don't know why I have to change that every freaking time. I have to change the chat mode from top chat to live chat. I don't know why I have to do that. I still hope that Hulu is gonna end up renewing Motherland Fort Salem, but it's been 3 months. Like, I don't know. Are we still gonna get it, or like, you know, like when is it too? When do you start losing hope? Like when is it? Is it? I know some people it's like never, but like at some point, when do you lose hope? Is it? I'm such a pessimistic person, I swear to God, but it's a genuine question. Like because I think for me, it's like a month, like. It's about a month, 2 months tops before I like completely lose hope in a show getting renewed. And if it doesn't after those couple of months, then I'm just like, it's not going to get renewed, whatever. And then if it happens to get renewed, then I'm completely shocked and I'm happy, but you know, like I don't really know what was going through Netflix's minds when they thought to cancel. I don't know. Sci-Fi didn't allow Dark Matter to have an actual ending. Oh, I didn't watch Dark Matter, so I don't know. Snooki is even pissed off about WARRIOR NUN being canceled. I know. Well, I remember Snooki. She when WARRIOR NUN first came out, and she posted something on Twitter, and it was like she's like, "Oh my God, I love this show so much," and like blah blah blah, and I was like, "Oh wow, shit, man!" Like, so she's always saying something about it. I start losing hope after 6 months. Had Netflix ever changed your mind after a cancellation? I don't think that they have. I don't think that they've ever changed your mind after a cancellation. People are still fighting for Winona Earp. I'm tired of fighting for everything. I don't think Winona Earp will ever be brought back again because it was brought back to life twice. And I said that in like the very beginning of my stream. But it got brought back to life twice. Not just once, but twice. And but I don't think it's going to be brought back for a third time. Unfortunately. I would like it to, but I don't think it's going to happen. At least Motherland Fort Salem got a last season that they knew about. This sucks. I wish we got on it. Although, honestly, for some reason, if they renew it and Lynn Renee isn't going to be in it, they just better not even renew it at that point. So, if they're going to renew it and Lynn Renee is going to be in it, hell yeah. But if they don't and she's not in it, I probably won't watch it. I mean, I'll watch it, but then I'm not going to be as into it. Wait, now I give it at least 5 months? I do that too, just to protect myself. Because Wednesday and Stranger Things appeal to a much wider audience worldwide. This is all about new subscribers and money. I know. And it's like, but if that's the only shows, it's like you can't just create all of these shows that are one way, one specific thing, because then you're just narrowing your viewership at that point. I know that's not what they want to do, which is why they're pumping out new shows like nobody's business, but yet they won't renew original shows. Well, All Rise got renewed a year later and moved to another service. OWN Network picked it up. I don't know what makes other streaming services want to pick up other shows. Like, is it money? Is it viewership? Is it what is it? Since 8, they did a movie special to wrap it up. I didn't know they did that. Instead of cancellations, they should do final seasons. I feel like they could give 5 episodes for a show to get closure. I completely agree with that too. I think if you're going to cancel a show, at least get either do a last season or do a movie special, or do give them one fucking episode. Then give them one episode, give something to be able to give the viewership and the fan base and the creators and everything an ending. Maybe we can make history. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I think Netflix is as bad as the CW right now. If not worse. Depending on who you ask. I need a cup of tea to make me feel better right now. I think we go save Warrior Nun. We're trying, but what do? We sign petitions and we rant on social media, but other than that, what do? My Netflix. My neck is hurting see, I can't even think. CW is worse. More. Netflix simply doesn't care. The Discovery runners who have CW, HBO Max, etc. are actively against female diversity and LGBTQ. I don't know, man. We have Hallmark for everything being the same on that channel. Netflix just posted, I don't know what, you guys keep using abbreviations and I don't know what they mean. STH about them not wanting to leave a story unfinished, such bullshit. I have such an old mind. I'm like, I was born in the wrong generation. So I don't understand a lot of these abbreviations. At least we had 2 seasons of Warrior Nun on First Kill. Yeah, but you have to think also Netflix 2 years ago wasn't really, let's see, hold on. I say that. When? Yeah, 2 years ago, because December of 2020 is when Warrior Nun Season 1 came out. And you have to think, 2 years ago, a lot has happened since the 2-year point for Netflix. So, for some reason, the past 2 years, Netflix has just been on a cancellation streak. Motherland had a 6-season plan, but it was canceled. but they were warned, so they tried to finish it off as best they could. I know they were, and the creators of Motherland Fort Salem said, because they had a plan to get all the way up until 6 seasons, that if they weren't going to get the full 6 seasons, then they were going to that the creator was going to do like some sort of either book or some sort of like articles or something that they could write and publish or post or like whatever. We can save Warrior Nun. We just need to have all these channels subscribers donate $10,000 each. Even this creator doesn't have $10,000 to spare to save. Yeah. No, I don't have. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what do we do if we don't have money? You know what I'm saying? If I could throw a ton of money at it to save it, I would. But I think even then, like, even if you could do that and then you did save it, then it would just get canceled after that one season that you saved it for anyway. Hi, I feel sick. You hit me with the bad news. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. The CW and Netflix hate us. I know. One thing, A League of Their Own does have a season 2. Says who? Who says this? Shall we go to where Netflix works and be like, what the fuck, you bitches? Maybe. I'm not gonna, like, condone that, or encourage it, but yeah. Throw eggs. Netflix did what? Yeah. I know, Netflix canceled Warrior Nun. Yeah, it's crazy. Where do we sign? Oh, here, I'll throw it in the chat again. Throwing it in the chat. Petition is almost at 8K. When I signed it, it was like 4,000 people, and I signed it at 5 o'clock my time, so almost 3 hours ago. The CW took on too many shows. I don't know what the CW's deal was. Oh, STH means something. Sorry, it's okay. Thank you for explaining what STH meant. It's also, so I threw it in the chat again. I've thrown it in the chat a couple of times, but also it's in the description if you guys want to sign the petition to save Warrior Nun. I sent it like an hour ago and it was at 7,000 signatures. It's growing for sure. Because you have to think, because he made the announcement, let's see, when I looked a little bit ago, it said 3 hours, so, I don't know, we'll say max 4 hours since the petition's been up, and it's already at like almost 8,000 signatures. I wonder, do they even, like, I mean, we say all this stuff and we do all these things, but do they really care? They're such a big corporation and they've got so much shit going on. Do they really care that we're doing all of this, you know? That we're saying all these things, that we're pissed off? Do they really care? Wait, I haven't heard that for a lotto. Don't give me hope. It's not, if it's not confirmed. I know. Well, me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, who says this? I didn't ask for a ton of seasons. I just asked for season 3. I need to see Ava Treese reunite. unless you want to read fanfics, I think that's the only way to watch that, unfortunately. Or I guess not even really watch it, but read it. A certain Cassidy Boggy signed the petition seems important. Thank you. It's at like 7,500-ish. How many months did it take for Lucifer to be saved? I don't know. Because it was a CW show. It got canceled. And then Netflix picked it up. But I don't remember how long it took for them to pick it up. Does the signatures mean anything? Like, I don't know who sees this. I think that they do. Because in the long run, I think if we have enough of the community saying something about it and making a big deal about it, the petitions, oh my gosh, the petitions help. And of course, like, blowing up social media. They help, but also they don't help enough, you know? Because that's all we've been doing for these certain shows, like First Kill and now Warrior Nun. But before that, it was, I mean, all the other shows that I've listed about 1 million times during this stream. But like, it's just, it's enough, but it's not enough. Like, if it ever gets picked up, it's because of all the hard work that we've done on social media in the petitions. But if it doesn't, it's because it hasn't, you know, it hasn't been enough. Short answer, no. As in, if they care. All they care about is profit, honestly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't care that we're even doing this. I think when people get upset and then they want to hate on those streaming services, they don't fucking care. They don't care. But, like, is it like, so what we need to be doing is doing this stuff for us, for our community and stuff, not because we hate them, but because we love our community. And, you know, so I think you just have to, like, we have to remind ourselves of that we're doing that because we need it, not because they don't. And once again, we retreat to fan fiction and get out happy endings. Yeah. That's what I've been doing for the past 3 months since Motherland for Salem has ended. I'm gonna wait like 3 months, then if nothing, then what can we do? I don't know. That's my thing. That's what I'm asking you guys. They do Westworld petition was big, and it seems it will continue on another network. See, I tried to watch Westworld, and I could not get into it. But, see, if it got picked up by another network. See, and that's the thing, too, is if it gets canceled, then another network, if they want to pick up the show, if they can, then they'll go back and look at what kind of, like, what it looked like on the, from the community aspect. What all did they do to try to save it? And they'll go and look at social media. On the other side of things, Killing Eve got 4 seasons but had a horrible ending. Well, a lot of our shows that are like, that have a huge fan base have terrible endings. Netflix likes pissing us off, that's for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Do you think there's any hope to get it picked up? If so, what network is suitable enough? That's if Netflix. So all of this is based off of if Netflix even releases the rights. If they release the rights, I don't know, because I don't know. It's hard to give my opinion on that because I haven't seen a whole lot of other networks really pick up other shows that much. I mean, it happens, of course, because, I mean, hello, we were just talking about some other shows like Lucifer and Cobra Kai and, oh shit, what else got picked up? We were just talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, it happens. Like, other shows get picked up by other networks, but, you know, it's... And I'm naturally a pessimistic person, so I want to say it's probably not going to get picked up, but I do everything that I can to hope that it does. But I think if it does get picked up, the streaming service that it would best fit on it would have to be either Amazon Prime or Hulu, I feel like. You know what would be cool, though, is if it got picked up by, like, HBO or Showtime, because they don't really have, like, they're not as, well, Netflix isn't really as strict on their, like, rating system either, but Showtime and HBO Max don't really have, like, a rating system. But I think for the best suited for Warrior Nun would have to be either Amazon Prime or Hulu. And out of those two, maybe Amazon Prime. But either one of those streaming services could do it justice. Honestly, I think that the only thing you can do is cancel Netflix and list the reasons, and list the reason as Warrior Nun. That might get their attention. I mean, I can't because I don't actually have a subscription. It's my mother-in-law's. But yeah, if you want to tell everyone else that. My heart was breaking even more knowing Christina loves Beatrice and Ava Tree so much. I know. Netflix will get its karma, I'm telling you. I completely believe in karma, good and bad. I think karma's a legit thing. We might not always see what the result of the karma is, but I do think it's a thing. I just don't know what that could be. I think Amazon would be a better fit. I can't see HBO Max getting it. No, I don't think that Showtime or HBO Max would be good for the show. I think that Showtime and HBO Max they're pretty lax with their ratings, so I think that that Warrior Nun would still do good on those streaming services, but I feel like the best one that would fit Warrior Nun the most would either be Amazon Prime or Hulu, but I think Prime would be the best one. Well, 154 people in live chat busy tonight. I know. Well, it's because I feel like everyone's pissed. HBO likes to replace good storytelling with gratuitous sex, which just won't work for Warrior Nun. No, and that's what I'm saying. It would still be, like, because the show and the creators for Warrior Nun, like, the show would still do good on those streaming services. I don't think that they're a good fit for it. I think that they would do way better on Prime or Hulu. We hit 8,000 signatures. Did we really? My goodness, I'm sorry, guys. I can't quit, like, hiccuping. I threw the petition in there again. In the chat. Oh, just kidding. I can't. It won't let me click on it. Oh, there it goes. It let me click on it. Yep, we hit 8,000. It's at 8,039. 8,040. Sorry. I'm just gonna count it every time it refreshes. Stupid. Okay. Can someone tell me what Alba tweeted? Let me see. Alba Baptista. Is she not verified? She must not be verified. I wonder if this is new then. Nope, this is old. Maybe it's not verified. This one, this Alba Baptista, I don't know if it's verified, but she's got like 24.8 K followers. She said, working on Warrior Nun was a very special chapter of my life. Thank you to the cast and crew for giving everything they had. Thank you to the fans that loved and supported us. I see you and I love you. It was all for you. I'm forever grateful. That's what she said. Damn. Hold the phone. I just got here. Warrior Nun got canceled. Yeah. Yes, it did. I just canceled my membership that I've had for 10 years. I'm done with Netflix. I can't believe Netflix has been a thing for 10 years, speaking of. I do remember, because I remember it being a thing when I was, like, back in high school. Although, at the time, Netflix wasn't a streaming service. You, like, at the time when they first created Netflix, it was a way to rent movies. Like, you can go on the website and then, like, get a movie delivered to you, and then you would watch it, and then put it back in the same sleeve that you got it in, and then, like, ship it back out. And then, like, that's all Netflix was at the time. And then they slowly started, like, doing, like, they changed into, like, a streaming service. But I remember that way back in the day. She had, like, 600,000 on Insta, so I don't know if that's her. That's the only one that I actually found. I think it's her. I just don't think she was probably on it enough or whatever. And, like, she probably was on Instagram all the time. Yeah, I think it is her because she's followed by Netflix. I think it is her. That in the post has, like, 5,000, over 50, almost 5,300 likes, almost 3,000 retweets, and 1,500 comments. I think it's her. I just don't think she's verified on Twitter. But yeah, I think that's her because she's also followed on, or followed by Netflix. Not that that says anything, but Abnormally Adam says, Netflix, just say you're homophobic and go. Honestly, you ain't even beating the allegations. See, this is why I can't be on. So I can't be on Twitter. It's too bad. Her tweet is going off. Yeah, she literally, it's like 10 minutes ago and it was already at that. Is when she said that. Can't quit hiccuping. Even Z is angry. I know when I first started this stream. I think he knows because I'm angry, so he's like, whoa now. What's going on? Abba is making it feel even more real just from her tweeting. I know. It's sad. It's very sad. Gonna get a Warrior Nun hoodie. I know. I want to get like more merch and shit for shows that I like, and I need to do that. I need to get like, I never really buy things. I'm not really one of those people, but I know I want to get merch and shit and support. Netflix is getting coal in their stocking. Yeah. All right, I'm suspicious of everything. My bad. It's okay. It's okay. I'm suspicious of everything too. Yeah, usually whenever, like, so I was like, oh, she's not verified. Might not be her, but no, I think it is her. I just don't think that she was ever really, like, she probably wasn't just ever really on Twitter. I don't think she was really active on it. I think she's probably active on Instagram, and then she canceled that, so then she probably hopped back on Twitter real quick. Yeah, that's her. She just created the account for Warrior Nun. I figured, I mean, the account was created, like, I saw it was, like, 2 years ago or something, but, I mean, again, I don't think she probably ever used it, unless it was for Warrior Nun. Did you see the Ginny and Georgia season 2 trailer? It's so good. I did see that. It was very, very good. I can't wait for Ginny and Georgia season 2. I'm surprised that we barely just got a trailer. I thought that we would have gotten the trailer earlier, but so that has me a little. See, I'm a little like worried about things, about some of my shows that I love. So I'm gonna call Netflix and see if they hire something. Fuck Netflix and their trash decisions. This better be a hoax. I don't think it is, just because the creator announced it, and then also now Alba Baptista is saying something about it. Christina may have said something about it too. If they both said something, then Christina may have said something too. My Nissa just out there laying. How's Poncho? Oh, he has not moved. What's the best way to streaming platforms to hear us? Email, Twitter, Instagram? I don't know. Social media? I think @ing them is one thing for sure. Do you have a public P.O. box? I can send you some free Warrior Nun decals from my store. I actually just got a P.O. box today. I already put it in the description. Actually, did it show up in the description? Let me see. No, I don't actually think it went in the description. Hold on. Because I added... Hold on. I got it today, and let me tell you, I'm so sick and tired of people's freaking rudeness around the holidays. Oh, I should actually put what the P.O. box is. Hopefully this is... I don't think it's probably going to save it for all of them. There you go. But yes, I just got a P.O. box today. It's funny that you said that. And you guys don't have to send me anything. I just know a bunch of people were telling me to get one, so I finally got one, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Even Christina is sadly not verified, and she tweets a lot more. Yeah, I think you have to have, like, at least 100,000 followers or something for Twitter. I think that's the way, because I think that's the way it is for YouTube. Let me see. Because Alba Baptista only had like 24,000 subscribers. Yeah, and then Christina only has 35,000. But she's not verified either. I think they both probably created their accounts for Warrior Nun. Oh, I was going to see if Christina said anything. She retweeted something, but she hasn't said anything. Like, she retweeted one of the announcements of it being canceled, but that's it. she'll probably say something. She's probably upset right now. So Christina put it on Instagram. Okay, then that's where she'll probably put it on Twitter too then soon, cuz she's pretty active on Twitter, I feel like. I don't even comment on things, but I woke up to this news. Like, the fuck is wrong with Netflix? They always cancel Women Love Women and female-led shows. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know it's gross or whatever to do while streaming, but try burping to get rid of the hiccups. It's not working because I'm pregnant, and so I just randomly have like, and it's not they're not like, whenever I have hiccups, they're not like continuous hiccups. They're like whenever he's jostling in there, and like it's this whole pregnancy I've had the hiccups, like, and it's just, you can tell whenever he's like moving around in there, because that's when I start to like have the hiccups. But yeah. And then, but it's at nighttime, so it's getting to the point where he's going to be very I can feel him in there right now. He's definitely moving around. So I don't know if it's because it's kind of the time where he's pretty active anyway. But also I think he probably can feel that I'm like, that my emotions are all over the place. So he's probably like, Mom, what the fuck? Someone was rude to you? Yeah. It's twice within 1 week. Because we went to Target, what was it, Thursday? Oh, that was a mistake, by the way. We went to Target because I was like, I just want to walk around Target. And I want to look at things. And blah, blah, blah. Not realizing that it's December. And like, so we went in there. It was freaking ridiculous. It was crazy. It was the middle of the week. And it was like, at a time, it wasn't even around lunchtime, or it wasn't even around like a typical break for people. And it was still berserk. But this cashier guy, because the lines were super long. I'll make it super quick. But anyway, the lines were super long, and the cashier guy, he was opening up another register. He was opening up another register, and he came over to me, and he goes, hey, I'm opening up another one. Like, he's like, you can come over to my lane. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, there was someone that was in front of us. Everyone only had like a couple of items anyway. We had like 2 or 3 items, and then the person in front of us only had like 2 or 3 items. But the line was still long. There was like 10 people or whatever. So, but he was talking to me. He like looked at me. He was talking to me and whatever. I mean, Anna was there too. But so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I started walking over there, and the lady that was in front of me, like, it took me a minute, but I kind of caught her in my peripherals, and as I was saying, oh, you guys can like get in front of us because you guys were in front of us in the other line. But as I was saying that, she cut me off, and then I'm like, okay, or be rude, like, as I was like telling her to come on, Anna looked at me and she goes, she was gonna come on anyway. She was already gonna cut you off. She wasn't even, yeah. And I was like, what? But what the fuck? Like, I don't understand, like, no, like, I don't, and when it comes to that kind of thing, I don't give a shit. If you, like, I'm one of those people, if somebody else cuts the line, I'm not really upset. I don't care. I could give 2 craps, unless, like, for something, like, if it deterred me, and if it, like, benefited me in a bad way or whatever at all, then maybe I might be a little upset. But, like, everyone only had, like, 2 to 3 items, and, like, we would have gotten there eventually. I don't really get frustrated or whatever pretty easily. And I wasn't in a rush. And so, like, I don't really get frustrated or whatever. But when other people do it, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, chill. And so I do loud talk. Once you piss me off, though, I loud talk people. So I was like, and I literally said this in the line. And I'm like, I don't understand why people are not nice during the holidays. Like, you would think during the holidays people would be nice. Nope. And so I'm like, sit there loud talking this lady who's like literally like 2 feet away from me, and like, and then the post office today, there was a guy, it was like a whole thing, but he was basically like, like, I'm in line, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, dude, then get in line. If you were in line, then get in line. Like, he wasn't even in line. But whatever. Sorry. That was my whole thing. But yeah. Like, especially during the holidays, people are the worst. And I'm like, you would think that people would be good during the holidays. And they're not. Anyway. Sorry. Well, some good news, at least. You got a P.O. box. I know! Finally. About damn time. I know, people have been asking me for a P.O. box for, like, the past, like, year-ish. Maybe even longer. You have to pay for a check now for Twitter. I know, it's like $8 a month or something. It's kind of dumb, but whatever. Alba tweeted something. Yeah, I read it a little bit ago. Beatrice was literally my favorite character. I'm going to cry in the corner. I know. Yeah, Christina carrying the whole show promotion on her back. They still have that BuzzFeed one coming out too. Yeah, I know. Every time I saw some sort of promotion, it was like her doing something. Them filming in Portugal would have been so neat. I can't remember. Where did they filmed in, I thought did they film in Spain? I thought they did film in Spain. For season 2. Maybe your baby is upset about Warrior Nun also. I would like to think so. Anna thinks that Zion's going to come out exactly like him, or exactly like her, but I'm like, I said no. So the baby's going to come out looking like you, but he going to be just like me. That's what I tease her about all the time, but we'll see. I don't know. So far, while he's in my belly, he has not been anything like me, but we'll see. I'm gonna not take that into consideration right now because he is not born yet, but we'll see. We just got a bassinet too. Today. We just put it together. So we got another thing. If you want baby updates, that's the only thing I upload on Instagram. Because I don't like to take photos of myself. And I figured that my Instagram would be like me personally, but my Twitter is like evil QK stuff. So evil QK and show and everything if you're more so into that than my Twitter. But if you want to know my personal stuff, then it's on Instagram. But so far, I've only had it for like a month, like I said, and I've only posted baby updates, or I guess baby items that we've gotten. People wouldn't like what we would put in their P.O. box. Oh, yeah. Well, just also don't send me anything gross. Don't send me anything bad, please. That's another reason why I think I've like waited so long to get a P.O. box. That, and then people would like, I was saying for a long time, like for however long I've been streaming, which is like it's been like barely over 2 years, and haven't ever said like what city I live in, but with the P.O. box I have to, because you have to get a P.O. box that's in your city. But so yeah. But I live in Florida. I don't want to get pregnant, but I want my own kid. I mean, Anna didn't want to ever get pregnant, but she wanted to have her own kid. So. Hello. I wanted to get pregnant. I wanted to experience what it was like to be pregnant. Now that I've gotten pregnant, I don't know if I want to do it again. I don't know. I mean, so far, I mean, everything's great. He's healthy. I'm healthy, as in right now. But, like, I was terribly, terribly sick for 3 or 4 months. So, I had not a good pregnancy, especially not in the beginning. So, yeah. It was rough. It was rough. How many months are you? I will be in my 6th month of pregnancy on Thursday. Isn't that crazy? I don't even know if you guys can see. Hold on. I have like a little bit of a belly, but for being 6 months pregnant, hold on. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to be flashing you guys. Give me just a second. Because I have shorts on. But I just want to make sure that I'm not flashing. Hold on. Oh, you can kind of see it. You can't. I feel like you can't really see it from this side. You can see it a little bit. Right there. But I'm almost 6 months pregnant. I'm 2 days away from being 6 months pregnant. I feel like most of the time you can see it if I'm standing. Well, I would say you could see it if I'm standing straight, but you can't. So, there it is right there. 6 months pregnant. That's it. But I lost like 20 pounds in the first trimester because I was so sick. And I still don't really have much of an appetite. He doesn't really let me eat that much. Yep. About to be in my 6th month of pregnancy. I know my app also told me, so it's like my app was like, "Are you starting to get an outie yet?" And I was like, "No." I still have my innie. I was telling Anna that earlier. I was like, I guess people already have an outie at this point in time. There was one lady I ran into when we were at the airport a month ago or something, and she was like, she's a month behind me, a month ahead of me, and she's huge. And I'm like, because she's like, when are you due? And I'm like, oh, I'm due in April. And she's like, I'm due in February. Or like, because the dates were like, it was almost like a month or something away. And she was like, I hate you. I was like, oh, sorry. But she was like huge. Seems like you are doing amazing. I wouldn't say amazing, but way better now than I was before. Oof. Tomorrow Netflix gonna tweet, oh, did we say Warrior Nun? We meant Warrior Noon. Our bad. Congratulations on the baby. Can't myself, but that's life. How many you want? 1, 2, 3. And that's another thing. I do appreciate being pregnant because I know a lot of people have issues like trying to get pregnant. So I'm really glad we went through IVF. Well, I mean, we initially went through IVF because we wanted it to be Anna's egg. And so no matter what, we would have always kind of had to do IVF. But then I was already kind of afraid that I wasn't, because I have issues. And like bodily issues without going into too much stuff. And so I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to get pregnant. Luckily, we only went through 1 round of IVF before we got pregnant. So I'm very, very grateful. But, it was so rough. And then, I grew up in a big family. And so I wanted a big family, but we'll see. I don't know. Well, I mean, there's always adoption too. We've always kind of talked about adoption as well, but I would have liked to have given birth to 2 kids at least and then adopted a 3rd, but we'll see. I may or may not have changed my mind. I don't know. In my country, they want to ban Netflix because of LGBT, but now I want them to ban it because they're homophobic. Yeah. I'm more look pregnant than you, but I'm not pregnant. You look amazing. Thank you. I feel like I'm a very curvy. My body type is so weird because, well, especially now I have boobs because I'm pregnant. But like even before they were they were like average. But like, so my body type is like boobs, and then I always kind of had a skinny, I have a long torso. My body shape is so weird. I don't know. I have a long torso, so my stomach was very thin. I never really had a big stomach. And then my hips went inward, but then I have a butt. I've always kind of had a butt. And so, and then you got my butt, and then I got short legs. So, I don't know. My body type is so weird. 84% average tomato meter, 97% average audience score for Warrior Nun. Well, and then what was it? The critic review was like 100% or something like that is what I saw. You still unable to eat your ginger flavored things? I can't eat a lot of things still. I definitely drink way more water, which I mean is a good thing, but I can't really drink anything other than water for the most part. I can sometimes, my taste buds have very much changed as well. But I'm a huge sweet tooth, but he doesn't like sweets, and it makes me super nauseous if I try to eat sweets. So I don't really eat sweets. He likes spicy things. And it's funny because I already had a high tolerance for spicy things because I love spicy things. So I already had a high tolerance, and then because he loves it, then I feel like I have to like douse something in hot sauce for me to even taste the spice level, but he loves it. And then he likes sour things, especially sour fruit. So like green grapes, green apples. Is that it? Because I feel like that's all I like. And then he loves pickles because he loves sour things. But for the most part, I don't like. Today, all I've eaten, I had cereal for dinner, and my cereal is like bland. It's kind of like oats and stuff. So, it's not like a yummy cereal. Well, it's good to me. I think it tastes good, but like most people are gonna look at it and be like, ew. I had cereal today. What did I have for lunch? Eggos. I had Eggos because those are pretty bland. And then that's it. That's all I've had today, actually. Eggos and cereal. Oh, and hot Cheetos. I did have hot Cheetos earlier and a couple of grapes. But that's it. That's all I eat today. That's all he allows me to eat. And then in the middle of the night, he will wake me up because he'll get hungry. And then I have like a set of King's Hawaiian rolls right next to my bed. So that anytime he does wake me up in the middle of the night and he's hungry, then I'll just I'll just eat like a roll in the middle of the night. And then that's it. So that's like usually, and that's pretty much what I'll eat. Like that's kind of how I'll eat throughout my pregnancy. It's not fun. Somebody chatted me the other day and they were like, "How are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, still not letting me eat." And I was like, at this point, because I'm already almost into my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, I was like, I'm just, fuck it. I'm just not going to get an appetite. And people keep asking me if I crave things. Nah, not really. I don't think that he does, if I have craved anything, it's soft pretzels. Because I'll dream about, the thing about my cravings, though, because he'll give me, like, I'll dream about soft pretzels, but then whenever I wake up, I don't really care to have them or not. Sometimes I will, like, but I'm mainly just dreaming about soft pretzels. More so than, like, it's just a craving that I have to have it. So but yeah. My pregnancy is not interesting at all. I feel like it's not, because it's like he doesn't really like anything and he hates eggs. Although, I am so glad that he lets me have eggnog. I did get eggnog yesterday because I love eggnog, but I only get eggnog like during the week of Christmas usually. But I was afraid that because our grocery store never really has anything because it's like always just freaking out of shit. So I got it, and then I'm like, well, maybe I'll just have like the week before Christmas, and I'll just kind of like have some eggnog or whatever if he lets me have it, because that, and then like Anna doesn't like eggnog, and then no one else like drinks eggnog. So, anyway, so I poured some, and he did let me have it. So I was like, "Ooh, thank you, baby Jesus." He did not mind eggnog. So I was like, "Whew." With his stuff with not liking eggs and sweet things, I thought for sure he was not going to let me have that, but he did. So I was happy. Anyway, sorry. Had endometriosis for years, so I didn't know for years. They had told me years ago, no babies. My brother has, oh, for you, no babies. And then my brother has 3 girls, and the rest have 2. Yeah, so, like, my every gynecologist that I've ever seen has told me that they believe that I have endometriosis, but in order for you to be diagnosed with endometriosis, anybody who doesn't know this, you have to go through surgery for them to like diagnose you for endometriosis. So they didn't ever really want to like, they were like, if we do that, then it's a risk that like it could potentially give you a risk that you could be infertile. So I was like, yeah, let's not do that. But yeah. Do they not tell you on IVF you might have triplets? It's very expensive over here. So yeah, they only implanted 1 egg. I mean, the 1 egg could have ended up splitting, but they only implanted 1. And it took, so we're grateful. 100% critic review and 99% audience review. Yeah, see, that's what I thought I saw. I saw somewhere you might start Gap the series. Is that true? Yes, I was supposed to be recording the first 2 episodes instead of streaming right now, because normally I stream on Wednesdays during kind of like the same time. But yeah, I was supposed to be recording the first 2 episodes right now, but I was just too upset about Warrior Nun that I needed to vent and like talk to people before I didn't want to like be angry or whatever while trying to record. And then my mind wouldn't be on the show, it would be on Warrior Nun too. So what I might do is I might just record it tomorrow morning instead of tonight, because I still feel like my brain is not quite ready to watch anything just yet. Eggnog is so good. I feel like you either hate it or you love it. And I love it. I've always loved it. Even as a kid, I always loved weird things though. Like I love sardines and anchovies, and like I love some weird ass shit, let me tell you. But like, or I guess things that normally people think are weird. But I'm not really a picky eater. I just don't eat that much, cuz I never really had that much of an appetite. Even before I was pregnant, I was a snacker, if anything, because I just don't really have that much of an appetite. But anyway, so wait, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so like, but eggnog is great, and then, but Anna doesn't like it. Like she'll drink it if it's like, especially if like we're socially drinking like holiday stuff. Like if we're at Christmas and my dad makes like a spiked eggnog or something, then she'll drink it. But I don't know. My dad likes eggnog. My mom, I don't think likes eggnog. My mom is a picky eater, so it wouldn't surprise me if she didn't like it. I think my sister likes it. I'm not sure. And then I think my youngest sister likes it. I don't know. Are you streaming tomorrow as usual? Yes. I'm still streaming tomorrow. Yeah. Do you think Zion will be picky or fussy eater when he's growing up? I don't think so. If he's anything like Anna, no. No. He's definitely picky right now, but I think once he's born, then I don't think that that'll be an issue. And if he's anything like me either, no, he won't be picky. I don't think he will though. I don't know. It's hard to like figure out what I think he would like before he's even born. But sometimes I still feel like I'm not really pregnant. Like, I just think it's not really a thing. I don't know. Like, obviously I know it's a thing, that, and I like feel him all the time, or like I know that I'm pregnant, but like sometimes I feel like my mind is playing tricks on me and like I'm not really pregnant. Like, we have a whole ass nursery like right next door, and it's like we're getting closer and closer to finishing the nursery, and I'm like, it's still crazy to me, the fact that we're gonna have a baby in a couple of months. I wanted to have a child, but it never lasted. Or I'm sorry, I skipped past the other thing. I want to have a child, but it never happened. Plus, I never found a partner that lasted. You were small for being 6 months. My sisters were bigger at that time. A lot of people tell me they think it's because I've been told it's my body type, because I have a long torso. So I've been told that, and then I've been told, because it's my first pregnancy, that's why I'm this small. I've been told he's still measuring. Like, I'm trying to think of other things that people told me that they think why I'm small. But I'm not sure. Honestly, I think those are the two main things. My body type, and then shit, what was the other thing I just said? I don't know. You know what I just said. But but everything, I thought I was going to have a girl because I was so sick, and like all of the wives' tales, the old wives' tales or whatever, all of them were like, you're going to have a girl because you're sick and you're not really growing that much and blah, blah, blah. And if you have a boy, you're supposed to gain a bunch of weight and eat a bunch of food and like do all this and all that. And like, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm having a girl. Nope. What's happening? Is Mama home? Probably. But anyway, so yeah. But I haven't weighed myself in like a week or two, but yeah, I've lost a lot of weight in the first trimester, and I'm not that big. People usually do have shorter legs when they have long torsos. I'm 5'4". I'm very short, but for some reason I have a really long torso. Like, I feel like if you measured my legs, like, if you just looked at my legs, you'd probably think I was like maybe 5 feet even. Like, you would assume that I'm only like 5 feet or something, but I'm glad I have a long torso at least, because I don't want to be, I like being short, but I don't want to be that short. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing? I thought Anna was home, but I guess not. I think he probably thought so too, because he jumped up. There needs to be more awareness on endometriosis, as it made me infertile. Okay, no problem. Take your time on Gap the series. I want to get it uploaded on the 15th on YouTube. I just don't. I was going to record, like I said, 2 episodes tonight, and then, but I don't think I'm going to record it tonight. I think I'm going to record it tomorrow morning. They're not long. I just, especially given the whole cancellation news and everything, I want to have I need to sleep on it, and then, because yeah. given everything, you know. Sorry, I just arrived. I was thinking you will stream tomorrow. By the way, how are you? And is it already confirmed they will cancel the show? I'm sad. Well, yeah, so the creators came out and said it was canceled, that Netflix canceled it. So it's canceled. But, I'm doing good. Yes, I'm still streaming tomorrow. I feel like that's all the questions that you asked. But yes, I'm good. I love eggnog. UT my family. What's UT? See, it's not you guys, it's me. I get frustrated because I don't know what, like, abbreviations are. But, yeah, I love eggnog, too. I've got some in the fridge. I had some earlier, though, so. Maybe I'll have some eggnog, like, tomorrow during the stream or something. Love Oreo. Love is it Oreos then eggnog? Oh, Oreo. I don't like Oreos, but Oreos with eggnog might be good. I don't know if that's just like me thinking like maybe because it's my pregnancy thoughts or like what, but actually he doesn't like sweet things, so it would just be me, but thinking that. But that doesn't sound half bad because you could like dip the Oreos in milk, so why not just dip it in eggnog and then I think that would be the same. What's your dog's name? So we have 2 dogs. His name is Poncho. He's a Doberman. He's just asleep on a couch while he's curled up in a ball. He's not asleep, but that's my spot on the couch, and he loves to take my spot. And yeah, so he cuddles up near the pillow. But that's Poncho. He is, hi buddy. He is a little over a year old, so he's still a puppy. And then my Nissa girl, my old lady, she's just like me. She doesn't like to be out and about. Nissa, where you at? I can hear her. She's right outside the door, but she doesn't like to. She's like, just leave me alone. She's pretty much just like a cat, but she's Nissa's mine, and Poncho's technically Anna's. I mean, they're ours, but you know, I had Nissa before Anna and I were together, and then Anna always wanted a Doberman, and so we got Poncho. And Poncho is Anna's dog. Like, as soon as Anna's around, he's attached to her hip, goes everywhere she goes. And then Nissa, she'll be 7 in January, but she's my rescue. She's a little mutt, and then, but I love her so much. She's just like me. She has like 2 areas in the house. She's got 2 spots. Don't bother her. If you're being too loud, she'll tell you to shut up. I heard her a little bit ago. She was telling me to shut up earlier, but yep, she's got her 2 spots. She's got her spot right outside my office, and then she's got a spot downstairs. But that's our 2 dogs. We had 3 at one point, but I don't want to get into it because I was very upset about it. But anyway. And Nissa's named after Nissa from, she's named after Nissa Al Ghul from the DC comics. And then Poncho is just, he's not named after anything. We just really like the name Poncho. I love eggnog. My family, not so much, was what I meant to say. Oh, okay. I love my family. We're all different. Streaming after the Wednesday finish. Yeah. I'll be streaming after the Wednesday finish. Yep, because the last episode goes up tomorrow. It's time we cancel Netflix instead. Maybe we should. I don't know. I wouldn't want to cancel it in general. Like, see, some shows are still good on Netflix, but, like, Netflix as a company is, like, I'm mad at them. Eggnog doesn't make Oreo soft like milk does. Oh, that's true, too. I bet it's because of the consistency, the thickness. But I'm saying it would probably taste good, right? Or at least, like, crumble some Oreos on top. There you go. She's camera shy? No, she just is shy in general. She doesn't like... She'll let you pet her. She'll, like, she'll come, like, I don't know, she'll come up and let you pet her, like, 1, 2, and then she's like, okay, I'm done, that's enough affection for me. That's just how she is. She's just shy in general. Does Anna not stream like you, or is she shy like your dog? No, so Anna's actually not home. She works most nights. Actually, Anna works all the freaking time. Anna works all the time, and I work all the time, pretty much, is what happens. We both work all the time. That's just the type of people that we are, though. We always work. But, even if Anna was home, she's not going to come in here. I don't think she's necessarily camera shy, but she just doesn't... It's not her thing. Is Wednesday good? It's on my watch list. I think it's very good. Yeah, for sure. Definitely a recommendation. Especially if you are a big fan of the Addams Family, for sure. I'm new to your channel, so I don't really know anything about you. I just found out due to your reaction to Warrior Nun. So hi. Well, hello. Welcome. Normally I stream on Wednesdays during this time, but I had to do, which is why I titled it Surprise Stream, because I don't normally stream on Tuesdays. I stream on Wednesdays, but I was very upset about the Warrior Nun news. So, but yeah. But yeah, hello, welcome. And I'm an open book, so you can pretty much talk or ask me anything, and I don't think that there's anything that I probably won't answer, even if you might think it's uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable and I read it, I'm not gonna give it attention. But so pretty much, I'm an open book. Will you react to the confessions of Franny Langton? I don't know. If I do, it won't be until like next month. I've heard about it. I haven't had anyone ask me to react to it yet, though. So we'll see. I don't know. I've got a couple of things on my list. Like, Gap the series is next. Technically, well, I'm finishing Wednesday. The last episode will be tomorrow. Sex Lives of College Girls, finishing that up. And Gap the series. I want to do 1899 still. Jenny and Georgia. And then there's a couple other things, too, that I can't remember. Any video game suggestions? It depends on what you like. See, I like... I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, so I've loved Assassin's Creed ever since it first came out, a long time ago. But, if that's your kind of thing, then I definitely recommend it. But I don't know. I don't play that many ranges of video games. I like to play because it's a great stress reliever for me. But I'm not I'm not a gamer as much as I used to be. Oh my god, I used to be such a gamer when I was like a kid and a teenager and even as a young adult. But then I haven't played my PlayStation in weeks. But anytime I do play, I like to play Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, of course. Like what's here? I have a lot more other games too, but like I've got, and then Anna and I like to play the Lego games sometimes together. Oh, and Mortal Kombat. I do like the Mortal Kombat games. And then I have a bunch of other games over there too. But I like to play as like a stress reliever or whatever, but I haven't played it in a while. I've just been really busy. Oh, I'll throw the link in there again for the petition. Where are we at now? Let's see. We're at 9,700. We're over 9,700 signatures on that petition. Chris, bringing in this shit again. I was talking to Anna about it because I was like, did you know that the song Paint It Black is, or, I was like, yeah, I was like, did you know that that song is actually, the title is Paint It Black, but in the lyrics it's Painted Black? And so she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And so we were talking about it. She goes, oh, I didn't know that. She's like, I thought it was Painted Black. Like the name of the song was Painted Black. And I was like, I did too. I know. Chris, you starting shit again. But yeah, Chris says, Wednesday is good if you like to paint it black. We had a whole discussion last stream about whether this song was Paint It Black or whether it was Painted Black. But we found out, because I thought it was Painted Black, and Chris said, no, it's Paint It Black. But, so we were both right and both wrong, because the title of the song is Paint It Black, but in the lyrics, it's Painted Black. So that's how come I think people get confused. And so I was like, oh. Just reminded me of it, because I talked to Anna, I was like, yeah, we were just sitting there talking about, trying to figure out what the name of this song was or whatever, and so thanks for answering. Are you guys together long? We've been together for over 5 years now. Like, all in all, if you take our whole relationship or whatever. We've been married for 3.5 years. But we've been together for over 5 years. I also found out the cancellation of Warrior Nun, like, when I opened YouTube and saw your live stream. I know, I'm sorry. I feel like I was probably the bearer of bad news for a bunch of people. But I couldn't help it. I wanted to talk about it. I have finals this week, and your videos are definitely helping with anxiety. Oh, well, I'm glad that they help people, because I didn't think that they would really help people, but thank you. I'm glad that they help. $18.99 is very WTF. It's not dark, but it's good. I'm a gamer too. Oh, what do you play? Have you played Assassin's Creed Black Flag or Shadow of Mordor? I played Black Flag. Not really a huge fan of Black Flag. I played I played all of the Assassin's Creed that went on PlayStation. Because there's some others that went on, or I guess the main Assassin's Creed ones, because there's a couple of side stories, and I played a little bit of the side story ones, but I mainly just played the big named ones. My favorite Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That one was my favorite one, but I do love Valhalla, and I actually, because people, I think, assume that Valhalla is my favorite because of the tattoo, but I just really like there's a scene in the game where, because the whole point of Assassin's Creed is you have this hidden blade, and the hidden blade, for one, the way that it works is that the original hidden blade, you had to cut off your finger in order to use it, your ring finger. And so for it to work, it would shoot through wherever your ring finger was at. And then over time, it got to the point where they manufactured it to where you wouldn't have to cut off your finger. But you did, like, you still kind of, like, the assassins would burn their fingers to, like, still kind of, like, they would put a ring around, like a flame, like a really hot ring around it, so it would burn their finger, because it was, like, still a significant thing for assassins. But anyway, they Valhalla was a part of the older Assassin's Creed, to where you would have had to have cut off your finger in order to use it. So, but the Valhalla is Vikings, and so if you know anything about Vikings, they wear their armor, and they're not afraid that they're not going to conceal their weapons. And so, but so the Assassin's Creed, like, gave her a hidden blade and said, here, the way you need to use it, we need to cut off your finger, so let's cut off your finger. And so she's like, no. She's like, you're not just gonna cut off my finger. She goes, no, we're not gonna have it hidden. She's like, so she flipped it around, And so it's not hidden. It doesn't have to shoot through your finger. And so she just had it like just shoot out through her wrist like this, and then it would just shoot out that way instead of shoot out like this way. And so she's like, and the guy's like, well, it has to be hidden. It's the hidden blade. And so she's like, do I hide any of my other weapons? And like, so that whole scene, I was like, oh my God, that's so fucking true. So when I got the tattoo on the outside, when normally the hidden blade was on the inside. I got the tattoo on the outside because I was like, oh my God, that is such a genius way of like, yeah. So anyway, sorry. That was like, it's like one of my, I will forever remember that scene because I was like, oh my God, this whole fucking time. And I get it because assassins, you're supposed to be hidden in like, you know, whatever, like people aren't supposed to know you're assassins or whatever. Like I get it. But because she was a Viking, she's like, I'm not, like, I wear all my armor and my weapons and shit. Like, there's no point for me to hide a weapon. So, anyway, sorry. Just got to talking about it. It was all about it. I'm going to rewatch Arcane for comfort. Ironic, I know. And then I'm done with Netflix for good. Never getting attached to a show like this again. I know, and that has LGBT presence too in it. Maybe we just won't say anything. We just won't talk about it, and then hopefully it'll get renewed. I can't wait for that to come out too. We'll watch Wednesday. My two nieces are obsessed with the dance clip. Everyone's obsessed with the dance clip, I feel like. 9,800 signers. I know, it's freaking crazy. I was a bearer of bad news, so like Wednesday or Raven? I guess so. You know what's funny is that the name of my truck, I named it Raven, and that was before Wednesday even. I mean, that was before Wednesday even came out, but I thought that was really cool. I was like, I named my truck Raven. But my truck is I have a Titan. I have a big black Titan, Nissan Titan, and I was like, oh my God. When I thought of the name, I didn't even think. I was like, oh, also Raven is a Titan, and it's black, and like I'm like, oh, but I told Anna because Anna's like, she was thinking of names, and I said, no, it has to be a girl name. And so she's like, why does it have to be a girl name? And I said, because when I got in her for the test drive, she was automatically singing Marvin Gaye's like Get It On, and I was like, that only screams a woman to me. I cannot have a male truck play the song of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. So I was like, it has to be a female name. Nope, she's a woman. And so ended up naming her Raven, and I was like, it just kind of goes because I love the name Raven, and she's all black, and she's a Titan, so it just makes sense. But anyway, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier today, too. Not Creed, my copy broke. Oh, I see what you're saying. I love horror games. I like horror games. They kind of freak me out, but they're so fun. They're so cool. I love playing Assassin's Creed. Actually, Warrior Nun reminds me of Assassin's Creed. A little bit, yeah. A little bit. I can see that. You gotta watch The Last of Us when it comes out on HBO. Maybe. I want to, but then also I'm like, I'm so afraid it's not gonna be good, but we'll see. We'll see. Did they say why Warrior Nun was canceled? Of course not. Of course they didn't say why it was canceled. Are you serious? Please. That's another reason why I'm mad, because we don't even have a reason as to why it was canceled. Ooh, did it reach over 10,000? Oh, we're close. We're at 99.71. So we're so close. At least when I refreshed it anyway. Theoretically we're probably over 10,000. Let me see. I'm gonna refresh it again. Nope. Yep, we're over. We're over 10,000. Yay! We're over 10,000. We're at like 10,100 already. And I just refreshed it like already. Yeah, it's crazy. You can't go wrong with Cellborn game. Pretty much anything from Soft. See, I haven't played that. Oh, so many. My faves are GTA series, Mass Effect trilogy, RE series, The Evil Within, Witcher, and the Oblivion games. Elder Scrolls, I play many games. I want to play... Sorry, hiccups again. I want to play... You're gonna let me talk? I want to play more games, but I haven't... I'm still... anytime I have like a free moment, I just end up reading something. So I go back and forth between either reading or playing video games. And the past couple months I've been reading, so. But I will never play Sims, sorry. I think one of the only Sims games that I played, which was fun AF, was the Island one. And what game was that? What was it? It was on Castaway. It was Sims Castaway. And it was so much freaking fun. I did enjoy that a lot. But it was only on like PS2 or something. And if they ever made another version of Sims Castaway, I would play that shit. I have not played any other Sims game. But if they made another Sims Castaway game, I would play that shit. So the knives are ladies and the truck is also a lady. Yep. This is my lesbianness to a core. I don't think I have anything that I consider as a male. I think all of my items, like if I were to have to give it a sex, that it would be a female. I think I just like subconsciously do that though. I don't feel like I do that on purpose. Like, Nissa's a girl, but Nissa, I rescued her. So that, for me, that doesn't matter. Poncho's a boy, but Poncho's is Anna's. Although every car I've ever had was a girl. Because I always name my cars. My first car was Susie, because she was a Suzuki. My second car actually didn't give a name. Somebody keyed my car, put Shady Bitch on it. So her name was Shady B. And then actually my Jeep didn't have a sex. When I had my Jeep, it was because I put Lycan across it. Like, that was the name of my Jeep, was Lycan. So, it didn't have a sex. That was the name, was Lycan. I don't think my Cherokee after that had a I don't think I named it. That was a lemon. That was a piece of shit. But then after that, I had Blanche, which was, right? Yeah. I had Blanche, which was my orange Tacoma that I had. Oh, I miss that truck so much. I had an orange Tacoma. Named her Blanche, because off of Blanche from the Golden Girls. And then after that, I had my Camry, my hybrid Camry, and I named her Dorothy, also because of the Golden Girls, because she was really bitchy, and she was nothing like Blanche. Blanche was the fun one, and then Dorothy was the bitchy one that was, I felt like, because she would always yell at me for getting too close to the line, or like, she would yell at me for anything and everything. And then now I have Raven. What time is it there? It is almost 9 o'clock. What do you recommend to do in Florida? Because I'm visiting family next week. Depends on what part of Florida you're visiting. Anywhere in Florida. I don't know where you're from, but where we were from, we did not have a Publix. So if you don't have a Publix wherever you're at, definitely go to Publix while you're in Florida. It's not just a grocery store, but it's a grocery store. But they have amazing subs, and I'm so upset because I can't have freaking deli meat when I'm pregnant. So I miss my pub sub very much. They have very good subs. They have very good food. They make a lot of food. They have very good, like, chicken strips and stuff, too. And then it just depends on what part of Florida you're going to. If you're going to, like, Orlando, then you got the theme parks. If you're going to Miami, there's a fuck ton of shit to do in Miami. Just depends. Depends. Do you think any network will pick up Warrior Nun? Sorry. It's the later it's getting, the more active he's getting, of course, because he knows I'm about to go to bed. If Netflix releases the rights, if they release the rights, and if another streaming service, oh my god, I can't talk. If another streaming service would pick it up, I think it would most belong on, like, oh my god, how do I say this? I said it earlier, and now because it's getting later, my brain doesn't want to work. I think the best fit streaming service for Warrior Nun, if it were to be picked up by another one, would be Amazon Prime. So we'll see. Mass Effect is very LGBTQ friendly. You can romance girls in it as a female shepherd. Oh, well. Assassin's Creed was like that too. The past two ones, anyway. Valhalla, you can do that, and then in Odyssey, you can do that. But the other ones, you can't do that. All crying? Who's crying? I mean, we're all crying for Warrior Nun, yes. Sims 4 for PC is nice. It has mods, and you can download LGBTQ pronouns and have your character as a lesbian or bi or whatever. Huh. I did not know that. I just got into Warrior Nun. I'm sorry. How's the baby? He's good. He's starting to get active now because he knows I'm getting ready for bed. He's only super active when I'm getting ready for bed. Because he knows he's like, yeah, I'm about to get room to stretch out and do my own thing, do some acrobatics or whatever. Acrobats. I feel like that's the people that do the acrobatics. I don't know. You know what I mean. But anyway, it's like his personal jungle gym in there at night. The past couple nights he's had the bad hiccups. Because I can feel it, and then it kind of tickles me whenever he gets the hiccups. And then he's a very active baby, which is a good thing, but oh my god, like, I don't really sleep that much. And again, I queue up the video of Penguin talking about his surfboard, but ladies, what? Question, what's your name and where are you from? My channel name is EvoQK, but my real name is Cassidy. And originally I'm from Arizona, but I've lived in a couple of different places, and I live in Florida right now. You act like Publix is a Piggly Wiggly. Well, I don't know what Piggly Wiggly is, but where we were from before, we never had Publix, and but my dad was from Florida, and so he would always talk about Publix, and whenever we came to visit, we always got Publix food whenever we were here, and we always loved it. And so ever since we've lived here, which is over 3 years now. Is it over 3 or 4? Over 3. We've only been here over 3 years. We used to get Publix like They have very good sushi too. We used to get Publix like once a week or something. Maybe not that often, but I used to work. My old job was right next to Publix, so I used to just like walk to Publix and just get either a pub sub or sushi once a week. Oh, but I can't have really either. I can have some sushi. I have to have cooked sushi, but I can't freaking have at least the pub subs that I want. Like you can have like the chicken one, but I want the deli one, and I can't have that right now. So it's okay. It's whatever. You got to the deli for sure when at Publix. I mean, they've got their food is just really good. They make really good food and good subs and good sushi, and they have really good chocolate milk and really good oh my gosh, she's active right now. Really good like lemonade and tea. What else do they have really good? I mean, anything that they make is really, really good. Simon tweet replied to someone saying that he and the team are looking into a new home for the show. He said he'd keep everyone posted. I'm sure that Simon's doing everything he can. I'm so busy here while doing TikToks. Follow me, folks. I want to be perfect Wednesday dance moves. Or you want to perfect. I get it. I get what you're saying. Can confirm subs are top tier. Oh, they're so freaking good. And I can't have them right now. Sims 4 is also free, if I remember right. I have no idea. They canceled Warrior Nun? Yeah. I like how some people, they don't even like read the title of my stream. They just jump in here. My hips. They did. It's a sad day. It is a very sad day. But I'm enjoying it. I know. We all did. Watched the 2 seasons Warrior Nun 3 weeks ago. Now this. I know. I have a sister in Arizona. My majority of my family lives in Arizona. We just visited there like a month ago. We just flew. My mother and I, we just went over there a month ago and saw our family and spent some time with them over there. And yeah, my immediate family, we all live here, but except for my brother. My brother he lives back in Arkansas, but so my brother lives in Arkansas, and then we live in Florida, and then the rest of the family lives in Arizona. I love Arizona so much. Phoenix, maybe not so much, but I love Arizona, like I love everything about Arizona except for like the traffic, like the Phoenix traffic and shit. Like Phoenix drivers and traffic and everything is terrible, but everything else about Arizona I love. Especially Tucson. We went to Tucson for the first time like a year ago for my aunt's wedding. Gorgeous. I really hope they make that happen. Warrior Nun cannot just disappear. I know. Wednesday has crossed 1 billion hours and is now number 2 in English shows for Netflix. Everyone thinks that they're going to surpass Stranger Things. I think it's going to surpass Stranger Things. For sure. What if I had Twitter? Here, I just put the petition back in the chat again. If you want to sign, anybody who has not. Too hot for me, Arizona. Yeah, Arizona is, is hot. It's hot. I mean, Arkansas is hot too. Arkansas is like humid hot. I mean, it's humid hot here too. Arizona is just dry heat. It's hot. It's just dry hot. Is Netflix trying to lose subscribers? I don't know. Seems like it. Tucson is lovely. Was there? Tucson was gorgeous. I have 4 brothers, no sisters. It's sad being the only girl here. I'm the only girl, but still, I'm not their favorite. I feel like, I don't know. I go back and forth. I sometimes, because I feel like my brother is the golden child, but I feel like I'm the favorite, if that makes any sense. Like my brother gets treated special because he's the only boy. It's like, so he's the golden child, but I feel like I'm low key the favorite. I say that, but sometimes I look at my other siblings and I'm like, they might be the favorite. But I read somewhere that Tucson only grew as a town because of the spread of air conditioning. I have no idea. Oh no, just saw about Warrior Nun. I know. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. I know. Listen, when you've lived in both a dry heat climate and a humid climate, you know the difference between the two. They're still both hot as fuck, but yeah. Like, the way I compare it is dry heat is an oven and the humid heat is a sauna. So if you come to Florida, you get the sauna. If you go to Arizona, you get the oven. Either way, they're hot. Either way you look at it. But just, it's completely 2 different types of hot. Because Florida, you get sticky hot. And then Arizona, you get like dry hot. Because it's so dry, your skin like wants to like freaking crack and peel. So, yeah. If you're curious what a dry heat feels like, it's your oven. Like you crank that shit up as high as it'll go, and then you open up the oven, and that gust of hot air that hits you in the face when you open up your oven, that's Arizona. That's the West. But if you walk into a sauna at a spa or anywhere like that, that's Florida, and a lot of places in the South, actually. Snooki is totally a Warrior Nun fan. I know. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I hate the cold. Yeah, I live in Pennsylvania. I don't hate the cold. I'm just cold all the time. So, I wouldn't mind being someplace where it changes, like the temperature change. In Florida, it's always pretty much the same. You get like maybe 2 or 3 weeks where it's a little bit chilly, but that's pretty much it. And then Arizona's pretty much the same. Well, except for at night, because Arizona's like a desert, so it's hot during the day, and then it gets like below temperatures at night. So we got almost 5 feet of snow in Reno, Tahoe area. Wow. I know a bunch of people that I work with, like, they're from like all over. So you get people, I think we have a couple of people from like Colorado. We've got people from, Colorado. And then we've also got people from Texas. We've got people from Texas. I'm the only one from Florida. Got people from Tennessee. My boss is from Ohio. But yeah, so we got people all over the place. My sister has very dry eyes since she moved there. Yes, oven heat. I totally agree. It is how I described Arizona, and I was there in April or May on my first ever trip. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't think of any other description other than that. Over there, it's an oven, and here it's just a sauna. So they're both hot. It's just they're different types of hot. But yeah, anytime I go there, my nose, like I'll get nosebleeds. I never get nosebleeds here ever. Like I never really have nosebleeds at all. But as soon as I go over there, I get nosebleeds because your nose gets so dry, and then it just like. And then it bleeds because you like crack and shit. That's what I was saying. And then I have bad eczema. I just take care of it really well. And I think my skin is so used to being in a humid type of climate that it's like I know how to take care of my eczema and stuff. But as soon as I go over there, not as soon as, but if I'm over there for like more than a couple of days, then my eczema will flare up. Yeah, not good. Not good, man. My sister has very dry. Oh, I already read that part. Duh. Hello. Only been to Houston once, and it was mid-July, 98 degrees and full humidity. Never experienced that in SoCal. No. Yeah, a lot of places down south. I don't just mean Florida, because Arkansas was like that. Arkansas is humid. Louisiana is really freaking humid. I think a lot of places just in the South is just humid for some reason. Like, it's just hot and humid. Yeah, the humidity sucks so bad. But it's so funny. You go out west and it's completely different. I don't even understand, like, why, like, how. It's crazy. Yeah, I do hope that we get another path for a warrior nun. I really do. Any country you want to visit? I really want to go to Ireland, Greece. I really want to go to Canada. I know that sounds lame, but I do. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Greece, Ireland. Where else had we talked about? I want to go to a lot of places. Well, especially whenever Z is born, because he's going to be a quarter Irish. We want to take him to Ireland at some point. What else? I mean, those are the top places that I can list or the places at the top of my head that I can list. And they are the top places that I would want to go. But I just want to try. I want to do more. We definitely want to do more traveling. Why Ireland? I'm Irish. My family, like, we're Irish, but like we're not. I think like my distant family's Irish, but like his grandfather is like from Ireland, so he's gonna have like more of a more of a reason that we could go to Ireland. So the donor's dad is from Ireland, and then Anna's, as far as we're aware of, full Chinese. She just did because she's adopted, but she just did one of those DNA thingies, so I think we're gonna find out like maybe some more specifics, hopefully, on that. But he's gonna be half Chinese and a quarter Vietnamese and a quarter Irish. So we want to take him to like all those places, but so we just want to travel in general. Canada welcomes you. We're not lame. I do. I want to go to Canada. I don't know. Canada's in the number one place for LGBTQ. I mean, that's a plus for sure, but like, I don't know. I want to travel, and that's just one of the things on my list. Or one of the places. Oh my gosh, she's definitely active right now. I don't know. We don't communicate with the donor or anything, so we don't know like if they have like roots or anything over there, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know from my side because it's on my dad's side, and I don't know like anybody on my dad's side. So, and like most women, I feel like I've got daddy issues, so you know, that old chestnut. bring your wife in so we can say hi to her too. She's not home. She working. She at work. I figured she'd probably be home by now, but she just might be. She's still working, I guess. Yes, go to Alberta, Canada. We have the best places. It's 2 here right now. Yeah, it's like 9:17. But I'm probably going to go ahead and jump off of here for the night because I feel like I've been streaming for what, like I guess it's a little over 3 hours. But normally I stream on Wednesday if anyone's interested. And when I normally stream, I stream every Wednesday during the same time period, but it's like 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern time until whenever, pretty much. But every Wednesday I stream starting at 7 p.m. So I'll stream tomorrow. If you guys are interested, and we can talk some more tomorrow about Warrior Nun Cancellation if we get anything else maybe by that time period, or we can see what the signatures are like at that point in time. And then, yeah. Usually I say what my schedule is like. Well, I normally say what my schedule is on Wednesday, but the last episode of Wednesday comes out tomorrow. Finishing up Sex Lives and then doing Gap. So, there you go. But, alrighty, guys. Well, hopefully I can see majority of you guys tomorrow. But we'll see. Like I said, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. But hopefully everyone can sleep tonight and not cry themselves to sleep given the sad, depressing news of Warrior Nun. But, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, good night and deuces.